live.
Good evening, Doom Slayers and Animal Crossing players, and welcome to Chromatic Chimera, where the story is made up and the XP doesn't matter. I am Alex, but you probably know me as Mr. Puddins on the internet, and yes, I've had a slight scenery change. It is temporary, don't worry, we will be back to our regular business soon. Anyway, joining me tonight are Chris as Krukazel, the Dragonborn Druid, Abby as Nettle, the Halfling Paladin, Lucy as Cat, the Azamar Rogue, Ryan as Gray, the Tiefling Warlock, and Sam as Mouse, the Tiefling Ranger Cleric. Megan will be joining us again as Raz, the Yuan-Ti Pureblood Warlock, when we return next time on the next episode of SteamSpell. We will miss her dearly tonight. And as you can tell, it is the long-awaited, you've been waiting for it, you've been asking for it, folks, the beach episode. Without any further ado, let's get that character recap rolling so we can get to beach shenanigans.
Dear Sancha, I have sent you some letters from Balin. I hope they arrive before Jade's trial. I hope I will be back before his trial. The Star-Touched and I returned to the spire of the First King to drop him off in the cells there. I tried to speak with him, but he did not want to talk to me. He would not even look at me. We both know what the Blackcoats do to traitors. And he knows it is my fault. I have betrayed him. I just hope we can find some peace together before it is too late. While we were in Balin, Kat buried her mother Nora Lynn, the woman who I told you about that Jade shot. I am trying to give Kat as much space as I can. She must hate me now. Nettle met with some Myconid servants of the ancient golden dragon Bolero Grim. She's been ravaging the countryside. Apparently, the biomancer stole one of her eggs. We found it, thanks to Lady Sophia. We brought the egg to Lake Balin to reunite it with Bolero Grim and negotiate a new peace. It was Nettle's first big official action as the Duke. I am so proud of her. She did wonderfully. I hope you can meet her one day, Sancha. I know that you would like her very much. I think you would like all of my friends. They treat me well. We are going to spend a day here at the lake now that Bolero Grim has been appeased. She has her egg, and we have explained that we seek justice against those who stole it from her. Kat declared her intent to kill Dr. Branson, and knowing that he will not live seemed to satisfy Bolero Grim. The dragon left a teleportation circle at the lake that only we can use. It will take us right to her lair and save a great deal of time traveling to Ergoval. I admit that I look forward to spending some time in the Empire's forests again, where everything makes sense. All of these biomancer guns and experiments, they feel so wrong. I think some time underneath the spring leaves will help me find a little bit of peace again. I am worried, Sancha. I did not finish things with Jade while on a hunt in a fight when I had the chance to. Now, he'll probably die before a Blackcoat firing squad. Hardly an honorable end to a hunt. I am scared that Marlfax is disappointed in me. Krukazel offered to pray with me, which was very kind. I am already afraid of what will happen when Solomon Coldsteel gets the report I am sending him about Jade. He is the Blackcoat's Grandmaster in Thunderbluff. It has also been harder to hide Marlfax's gifts ever since joining the Star-Touched. I do not want to bring you disgrace in the guild, not after all Jade has already done. I will do whatever I can not to tarnish your name further. I hope bringing justice to Dr. Branson will help to right some of Jade's wrongs. Maybe after his trial, maybe I will come home for a little bit, for a visit. I miss you. Until then, I have the Star-Touched to walk this path with me, at least. I had not realized how lonely I have been since Jade left. I am glad to have them with me for whatever comes next. Good hunting, Sancha. May your instincts guide you. Mouse.
And we're back.
We are back. I believe the recap had everything covered for us. So the Star Touched find themselves the next morning relaxing on the shores of the beach of Lake Balin. Nice sandy rolling dunes cover the beach. Water laps at the shore, and a slight breeze blows in the wind to be just refreshing enough on this warm spring day. Sophia's already up and kind of lounging in the sand. She's looking buff AF. In her swimwear, you can definitely see a six-pack because Sophia's badass. At the request of a fellow cast member, Sam, everyone will be required to describe their swimwear, their beachwear.
I want to know.
So describe that for the audience and for your fellow players. Just go around, have fun.
I suppose I can start. Nettle is wearing the frilliest, pinkest one piece that halfling money can buy. It is just like there's frills like everywhere, like on the top, on the bottom, and it's just super floofy. And every time she runs or walks, everything goes.
Oh my god.
It's so pink.
I love her. I can go next because this is my fault. Mouse, for one thing, this is definitely the first time that everybody is seeing Mouse without their black coat on, because they're actually not going to wear it for beach day. They have a very 1950s style swimsuit. That's one piece with sort of shorts on it. It is all black but has a sort of white or a white piping at the natural waist, and is sleeveless, but they've got a terry cloth big hooded shawl on that they still use to keep up over their horns. And they've taken their hair out of the big messy bun, and now it's in a long braid over their shoulder, so they've just got this really long dark braided hair. And you can see that they've got a little deer tail that pokes out in the back of the swimsuit. But you can also actually now see that they have a bunch of scarring going up their arms and across their torso. And it's very clearly burn scars. But they are just having a good time, I think, enjoying some breakfast good berries and some sunshine after this very difficult few days.
I would also like to mention that Nettle has a terrible farmer's tan.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Is it like an armor tan?
Oh yeah.
I could do Gray. So Gray still has his hoodie on. So it's the white hoodie with the very, very long sleeves and the hood, but he's taken off his armor. He's wearing these really unhip type board shorts that are also purple. And then he's just wearing socks and sandals. And you could definitely see that he's got a pretty good tuft of chest hair that is also white against his very, very gray skin.
Socks and sandals. Goddamn worst.
I'll go. So Kat is wearing a really simple black one piece with a gauzy white cloth tied around the waist like a skirt, and she also has a beach umbrella, but hers is black and silver, and she has really big dramatic cat eye glasses that are bright red. She's super pale, she's not tan at all, and you guys have never actually seen her out of her long sleeve shirt and leggings before. And her arms and legs are covered in some scars are little tiny ones, little nicks, and there's a bunch of needle marks inside her arm. And some of them are bigger, maybe she was cut open and stitched back together a couple times.
Oh, and then there was the time you had a meat hook driven into you as well.
That too, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just dig up those old injuries.
Well, Krukazel wakes up, he takes a big stretch in his robes, then he rips them off to reveal Not quite a Speedo, not a Speedo. A nice purple. It's a little too short for a normal swim trunks, but nice enough.
So like 1960s basketball shorts.
Yes. And he has the classic aviators on, which just do that real quick, and that's what you're seeing.
This is a steampunk
I'm
universe,
so happy.
the anachronisms are okay.
I feel like we could definitely see KK just rollerblading in LA.
Oh my god, yes.
Wakeboarding! It's the beach episode!
So there's
like
plenty of
KK's a
rollerblading.
longboard kind of guy.
Yeah.
Hey, longboarder.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all are on the beach, kind of just standing amongst yourselves, and Sophia just kind of rolls over, gets up, and she kind of trots over. She's like, "All right, so what are we doing today? This, after all, was kind of your idea to spend a day at the beach."
Yes, beach time. Who wants to build a sandcastle? I want to build a sandcastle.
I'll help out, Nettle.
I can help. I've never built a sandcastle before, so you might have to teach me.
All right. Well, I don't have any buckets, but I have armor, so we could like use my helmet.
Towers shaped like pauldrons.
Yeah.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna conjure animals, 8 wolves, to help us dig.
Amazing. And they just set to digging, just spraying sand everywhere. Sophia's like, oh.
Okay. We have to do what I used to do at the beach as a kid, where you dig it big enough and deep enough that water starts to pool on the bottom, and you have like a bench, so you make
Yes.
your own little puddle seat.
Yes. So those three and the conjured wolves are building a little sandcastle. A little crab kind of walks up and climbs into the sandcastle and is just like,
It happened.
Yes,
Cannon.
Mr. Crab, you are now king of the castle. Pet.
just pinch.
Mouse, can you talk to this crab?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can. Sure.
Cool.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, ask him what's up.
Sure, okay. Hello, Hair Crab. My name is Mouse. What is there anything, I don't know, neat you can tell us about this beach area or the lake here?
Lake is home. Lake full of other dangerous animals. Snip, snip, snip.
Ooh, what kind of other creatures are there in the lake?
Big fish that eat crab like me. Snip, snip, snip.
Okay, well, that sounds like trouble for you.
It is, but not anymore, for now I have home. I, King Crab, have home. Snip, snip, snip.
Oh, yes, you are the king of this castle now. Duke Nettle proclaims it.
I am king of castle. Whatever castle is. Snip, snip, snip.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, so he says that he is now the king of this castle, which I was like, oh, I mean, Nettle already said that. But he says there are lots of other animals and creatures in the lake. Maybe we could go fishing for dinner for everybody tonight.
Sure, sounds great.
I mean, I, won't eat any of it, but I can, probably help try to catch something.
Yeah, let's give it a go. Why not? We're here all day.
I mean, Mr. Krugel has like animal magic, so he could probably just be like, "Fish, come to us so we can eat you," and then it would work.
I mean,
yes.
I am sure we could do that, but that is, cheating. That is not a good hunt.
I have a question. Do s'mores exist in this world?
We
Yes.
had them last time.
Yeah, we had some last
yes,
night.
you did.
We had
We
good
have
berry
another
s'mores.
Kat, did you say you've never built in a sand castle?
Nope.
Look, I'm from Dragonfrost, okay? It's the coldest place, basically, in the universe, alright? And I've built in a sand castle.
Okay.
Come on, live a little. And I'll, like, hit her with some sand. See? It's fun. Fun's okay.
Is this what you call fun?
Sometimes, yes.
I know a lot of people don't like sand.
And of course, it's rough and irritating.
It's everywhere.
No, fuck
God
you.
damn it.
No! Sophia walks up to y'all building your sandcastle. And she just kind of shuffles up a little bit and, well, that's a very mighty looking castle indeed. Could withstand the siege of many a mighty crabs and maybe a lobster.
Oh, you think they have lobsters at this beach?
No, maybe like freshwater lobsters, perhaps.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, we get electric blues in this lake. My family used to come here often when I was young, for fun.
Oh, what did you do? Did you go swimming? Did you build
Well, yes.
bonfires?
Yes.
Did you camp here? Did you go fishing? Did you
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We did all that.
Okay.
But you know what we also used to do? And she crouches down to Nettle's level. You know, my mother told me when I was a little girl, we come here when I was about your age.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Martin long ago buried some of his treasure here before he left for Tuft Hollow.
Who's Mad Martin?
Mad Martin? You've never heard of him? You're from High God. I'm surprised you haven't.
Well, maybe I did. I mean, I do, but you should remind me anyway.
Well,
you should say it so that everyone else hears, because then everyone else knows. But obviously,
well, as Duke Nettle has made it clear that she knows, Mad Martin was a monk in Highgard long ago, and he is well known for pilfering perhaps one of their most prized possessions at the monastery north of Arnica. And he spirited away from there, and, well, he was never seen again. They chased him across the land to try and reclaim their lost treasure, but alas, he was far too cunning for them.
lost treasure.
Well, yes, he dumped some lost treasure here at the beach, they say. You see, well, I've never found it, but perhaps you could go look for it.
Treasure hunt! Treasure hunt! Okay. We are now pirates on a treasure hunt. I am Captain Nettle. And, who is my first mate? That's a very difficult decision. You're all first mates.
That seems reasonable.
You won't regret this.
Trust us.
And this crab is the cabin boy. You've been demoted.
Oh, damn.
I will translate that.
Snip, snip, snip.
Well, Captain Nettle, where would you like us to start looking for this treasure?
Have a map? Sophia, is it like a treasure map or?
Oh no, there's not a map, but the first clue we always were told by my mother, up around the old gnarled tree with a witch's grin.
Okay, so we have to find a tree.
And then the next clue is found within the witch's grin, of course.
Okay, have you gotten to that part yet? Did you find that?
Well, no, I never was able to find the tree. Usually I tried to skip ahead. I wanted to find the treasure before my brother did. I'm sure you can understand.
Does it sound like Sophia is just like stringing Nettle along, or?
Roll an insight check. We're rolling a dice on the episode.
Whoa!
Whoa!
4.
Gray, you are having a hard time getting a read on Lady Sophia. You're not sure if it's the intimidating set of abs she has, the fact she could probably crush you with both her arms tied behind her back.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
What? I mean, what?
or perhaps she's just a very kind and gentle individual, unlike her crazy father that you just killed like a week ago.
He's dealing well.
So, as far as you're aware, you don't know if she's stringing Nettle along, or she might be telling the full-blown truth.
Are there many trees around the lake?
Not like a ton. There's like a few trees around the lake. If you want to search for the tree, I will take a survival check or a nature check. Whoever wants in on the treasure hunts.
I'll help on the treasure hunt.
I'll help, because Nettle seems excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Everyone's doing the treasure hunt.
Survival, you say?
Amazing. Yes.
Well, let me roll one of my sweet ace die for me.
20. Synthetic.
Oh, nice. 18 plus 7. So
Ooh, nice.
lots of stuff.
11.
11.
I'm still retrieving my dice.
Fortunately, there's not enough trees for this to be a forest. Am I right?
No, there is a severe lack of trees here.
What specifically are we rolling again?
Nature or survival.
Oh, I don't know if I'm good at either of those.
I'm not. I got
Oh.
Nate.
That's, you know what? 2 on the die. So I'm not even gonna math that.
Nettle, you become distracted by a seagull wheeling above.
That's fair.
Hazel and Mouse, you're kind of both like, trees. I've seen a lot of these. I've spent a lot of time looking at them. And you begin setting out, and one of you is like, follow me this way. And you kind of like begin circling up over the beach, up and around, and you find this old gnarled tree that looks like, a good gust of wind could just blow it straight out of the sand. Its roots are clinging into the loose clay, sandy soil for dear life. And walking around this tree, facing towards the west, is what appears to be a gnarled face with like a kind of like a wicked looking grin.
Oh, well, that might be it.
Yeah, I think this is probably it.
Captain Nettle, I think we found something.
Ahoy!
Yeah, okay.
What have you found?
We found a grinning tree.
Oh,
Do you want to see if you can find the next clue?
First mate Sophia, is this the tree you were talking about, you think?
Sophia's kind of like a distance behind, and she's kind of catches up. Yeah, that's probably the right tree, I'd say. That probably would be correct. I never did find it originally, but if you ask me, that does look like a face.
Okay. I'm going to investigate the tree.
All right, roll an investigation check for me.
Okie doke.
Mouse is like doing that thing where you're trying to see if like a picture is like following you, but like with the tree
Oh, with the
face.
tree.
I think it is looking at us.
Probably is. 10.
10. You're kind of poking around the tree, and you stick your hand into the grin, and you pull out a very old, scratchy piece of parchment.
Oh.
And on the parchment it
Hello there.
says, in common, into the water around the outcrop, a small cave you will find.
Okay, I gotta go into the water and around the outcrop, whatever that is, to find a cave. So I think we need to go swimming now.
All right.
Oh. I
Okay.
have not gone swimming for a long time.
Treasure hunt is telling us we have to swim.
I am not very good at swimming. I can swim. I'm just not very fast.
Gray does not know how to swim.
I could be a giant turtle and you could both get on my shell.
I'm on board with that plan.
All right.
I've got a lot of
You whale.
sleeves.
Let's find out. Maybe a very small whale.
Maybe like a porpoise.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like for a porpoise, I'd say like take the stats
Poor
for a
Hazel.
wolf and make it a swimming animal.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes.
Oh. Or I could just summon you some dolphins, I guess. I look over to the wolves. You guys want to be dolphins? All right, you're dolphins now.
Snaps fingers. They turn into dolphins, and they look like frosty, scaly, dragony dolphins.
Hey, Roz.
Don't let Rosalind see these. Let me gotta go.
Oh.
You look over, and underneath the tree, and just in the shade, holding holding Nettle's shield, like a tanning thing, is Rosalind sipping on like a daiquiri. Oh no, you go ahead. You have fun now.
Where did she even get that?
Amazing.
Sophia, I made that for her. I was making some, it's beach day. It's okay to drink all day at the beach, right?
Duh.
It's
I
all
Yeah.
good.
I wondered why you were dragging that cooler around.
Well, I mean, Petra does mix up some really good liquor sometimes.
Oh, you got it from Petra.
Petra and I are good friends.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
And don't push your, hey, mister, I wouldn't try.
All
and
right,
trip
we gotta
over
go,
feet
yeah.
again. you have fun. I'll stay here. I don't want to like ruin my hair or anything.
All right.
Okay.
Hop aboard my dolphin friends.
Gray,
Yeah, sure.
Gray's gonna like tie his sleeves around, or he's going to get someone to do it because he can't do it because his arms are in his sleeves. He's gonna ask someone to tie his sleeves around the.
Okay.
Just hold on.
This does not seem safe, but okay.
Cat puts her umbrella away.
I'm a really good swimmer. If anything goes wrong, I'll be right there.
All right. For those of you not swimming, you're fine. Those of you who are swimming, I will need athletics checks.
Ooh. How many dolphins did you give us, Crew Hazel?
I don't know, how many can I make?
How many wolves can you make?
8.
Yeah, you can make like 8 dolphins. I don't care.
Alright, cool.
Oh, so if we
Well-
want, everybody could have one then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hang out with a dolphin. That seems like fun for Mouse.
My
Cool.
I've
custom
never
dice are
met a
cursed.
dolphin. I'm just
You're-
using all my first level slots talking to animals today, guys.
What's up, Abby?
My new dice are my custom dice are cursed. 12
It's because
So
we're
that'll-
not done yet.
I'm gonna swim too.
probably.
All right, Kirkazel, athletics check.
Big 9.
It's so the outcropping. It kind of reminds you of that big stone cliff overhang that Bellaragrim was on when you first came to the beach. So you kind of head that way, and Kirkazel and Nettle, you're having a hard time. You just trying to swim, and it's a struggle.
Yep, just hanging back to make sure Nettle's okay. Everyone go ahead.
Do you need help?
No, we're okay.
There's more dolphins.
Well, the athletic type, like me and Nettle, we like to swim on our own.
And you hear one of the dolphins turns around to you. Oi, Kirkazel, you're the least thing from my athletic,
Oh,
mate.
God damn it, Nigel, you're here too. You can't even leave me alone on beach day.
Oi, mate, I'm one of the dolphins.
I know you're one of the dolphins. I get it, Nigel.
I did it, Nigel.
If we find the treasure, you're not getting any, Nigel.
Oi, mate, I don't think I was getting any of the treasure anyway. You know
Alright,
I don't
good.
give a shite about money unless we buy beer with it.
All right, I promise we'll go to a football game after this.
Oh,
Damn it,
yes.
Nigel.
Hey, can we go see the Higardi dwarves? That they got a great team.
I guess, yes. Ask Nettle. She's the
What is
captain.
even happening?
So you kind of swim around that big cliff overhang of the lake that Bellaragrim was on, and you do find a little cave in there. It's like a little opening, and the water kind of goes into this cave, and you walk in, and scrawled onto the walls as you walk into it, deeper into the belly of the lake. It reads, "Deeper into the belly of the lake, past the calcite tomb of an old sailor."
Okay. So, what does that mean for us?
And we go farther into the cave?
You can, yes.
Okay, I would like to do that.
So you begin going further into the cave, and you kind of have to walk up like a sandbank in the cave. And as you're walking through the cave, there's various pathways and areas you can go into. If you want to roll a navigating a cave check, what would that be?
Now that's stealth, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds sneaky to me. Just give me like a investigation or survival check, whichever suits your fancy.
11.
An 11. So you're kind of poking around the cave, and you're calcite. You're not really having any luck with it.
got nothing. Anyone else want to try?
Well, it says deeper into the lake, so maybe we need to go down deeper.
What did it read again?
Deeper into the belly of the lake, past the calcite tomb of an old sailor.
Yeah. Can we dive?
Well, actually, Gray's gonna kind of swing his arms up, and this little white mist is gonna come out from his sleeves, and it's gonna hover around everybody as he casts water breathing on all of us.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. So yes, you can dive deeper and swim through some like little cave type structures. They're natural. And when you're swimming through here, you can see like little urchins and fish kind of darting about in the water here. And you do eventually find a spot to surface in another section of the cave, only accessible through swimming. And as you are pulling yourself onto the smooth rocky ground, there is what appears to be a large carving, sort of like a statue almost, made of calcite. It's a skeletal figure with like a captain's hat and a coat, and they stand there majestically, and they hold like a cutlass aloft.
Oh.
It's like an old sailor to me.
I take the sword.
The sword is stuck to the calcite carving's hand, but you do notice on the sword there is an inscription that says, "Below the statue, to she who travels far and finds new things." Upon reading that, if anyone wants to make a religion check.
I'll take a crack at it.
I guess I will.
I guess.
Man.
No. That's
Ten.
4.
11.
14.
14, 11,
10.
10.
Brian.
Or
I should have guidanced myself. Oops.
Gray, this sounds like a reference to a goddess of a pantheon that you and the rest of the group is not familiar with. It sounds like might be a reference to one of the elven gods.
below the statue.
Yes, it sounds elvish to me.
Do we dig?
We might.
Cretazel, can you make the dolphins wolves again?
I was gonna say, are those porpoises good at digging?
Well, I could, but then we're out of dolphins on the way back.
Oh,
I mean,
no, we need
we
those
can
now.
all breathe underwater for 24 hours. We're
Oh,
good.
24 hours. Okay, well. All right, yeah, I can make more dogs, I guess, but I'm really burning slots today. I hope we don't run into anything menacing. All right, doggies. Dig.
Oi, dig here, dig there. No beer in sight.
If you find
then they
us
start
treasure, I'll give
digging.
you a beer.
Oi, and the digging just is like. There's nothing underneath this calcite statue here.
What was the exact wording?
Let me check. You reread this. You reread the inscription on the sword, and it says, "Below the statue, to she who travels far and finds new things."
Below the statue, to she who travels far. Is there a shrine somewhere?
You kind of begin moving forward. Roll me investigation checks.
Why me? I'm so bad at this. That's a 9.
I'll assist.
All right, with advantage. So Gray is helping you out.
Dirty 20.
Gray's helping you out, and you're both looking around. Gray's like, "What's this here?"
Thank you, Gray.
And on the wall is an inscription in a language, unless you speak Elvish or Elven, you cannot
do.
read it. You do. It says, behind this wall, there's more than what your eye tells you.
I knock on the wall. Is it hollow?
Your hand goes through the wall
Oh.
as you begin to knock on it.
Nice.
I walk through the wall.
Well, that solves that.
You walk through the wall, and on the other side of the wall, there's like these old rusted braziers, and they're burning with like blue fire that's probably been lit for a while. It's probably magical in nature. and there's this beautiful statue. It's made of like marble, or maybe it's made of like seashells, and it looks like a white stag, and it has like it with like lapis, with lapis. There's blue stripes on the back of this statue. It's a very majestic work of art, and it's a shame that it's so far buried beneath the lake.
Guys,
Do you think we could take that back with us?
I'd like
Fire?
to. I mean, I
I
feel like
don't-
it deserves to be seen. It's beautiful.
We'll probably figure it out, right?
Put it on Nigel.
What's up?
Yeah.
How big
I
is
think
this
we
thing?
found the treasure.
It's
What?
how big is it?
Already?
It's like the size of like a deer, like an IRL deer.
Okay, so it's like true to stag size,
Yeah.
more or less.
Can anyone make it smaller?
I don't think I can.
Can it's magic or anything?
Yeah.
Can anybody tell?
Do we think this is the treasure then?
The clue said, below the statue to she who travels far and finds new things. If anyone wants to make a religion check upon seeing the statue, to
God.
maybe the statue jogs your memory.
14?
Yeah, I will ask
9
Moral
again.
facts for guidance.
Moral facts, guide my mind.
Ooh, 21.
21.
Thanks, moral facts.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh man, I know guidance too. What the hell? All right.
So you kind of hear, Miles, you hear whispers from Marlfax, something about other gods, the Saladrin, and this appears to be a statue of Kieran Swiftheel, the elven goddess of journeys, safe passage, and discovery. And a lot of people do note that Kieran is depicted as a stag, but those who do understand elf lore and truly understand nature know that caribou, also known as reindeer, do not lose their antlers ever. And the females have antlers. So it's in actuality a caribou.
Okay.
It's a reindeer!
Christmas in July.
Well, I think this is a statue or, carving for, Kieran? Is that what you said?
Kieran Swiftheel.
Kieran's Swiftheel. She is an elf goddess for discovery and then travel and stuff. I don't know if we should take it out with us or if this is
Well,
it's meant to be.
the treasure is below it, so we need to be able to move it or dig under it or something.
Well, I mean, maybe we can at least try and dig under it, I guess, if we think that is what we need to do.
Here, wolves.
Wolves, come on in. The wall's
wol-
fake.
The wolves begin digging, and they're just... Oi, I could have told you the wall was fake, mate. Come on, I can smell that shite.
Why do you not tell me helpful things, Nigel?
Oi, because it's more fun to watch you flounder about.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're
Whatever.
digging, and eventually you hear their paws are scratching against like wood or something.
Oh. That is different. Is there a box or something?
And you poke your head over the hole that the wolves were digging. There's a little box, a little treasure box, little chest.
Oh,
I take it. Is it locked?
It's ornate and it's not locked. And when you open it, there is just a whole plethora of these priceless, beautiful gems in this chest.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Are they real?
What would the appraisal of gems? Would that be like a gem cutter proficiency? Is
I
that like
don't-
a proficiency?
I mean, I would think if you have proficiency with a jeweler's kit, you
That's
could
what I'm
add
saying.
It, but
I
think
do
it would be
not.
Intelligence or nature, maybe.
I would say, yeah, I'd say like a nature check. Yeah, I would agree. You know,
Nature.
there's some weird things that D&D can't always cover.
8.
Like this. 8. You don't know, but they're pretty.
I don't know. They're sparkly.
They
All
are
right,
very
Nigel,
nice.
if you're so smart, are these real gems? What's the...
Oi, mate, look. I'm just a dumb elemental spirit that you use to summon shite. I don't know what this is.
All right.
That's fair.
Does it look like there's anything else in the hole?
No, there doesn't look like to be anything else in the hole. There is a little slip of paper that is underneath the lid of the chest, and it says, "You've found Mad Martin's treasures, lost long ago on the shores of Lake Balin, hidden by the elf gods."
Ooh.
How old does this chest look?
The chest looks old, but the gems, they don't look like they don't look like they've been touched for a while.
Okay. 'Cause I'm still partly thinking that this was like something Sophia set up like last night somehow.
This would be pretty extreme.
If no one else wants to try and appraise the value of the gems,
I could try.
I mean, I'll
I
give it a
don't
go, yeah.
think it's anything I would really know.
mouse and gems.
I'm worldly.
I'll help guidance somebody.
18 without guidance, so great.
Krukazel-
Take that guidance.
Krukazel, your parents were people of stature and wealth. They had all kinds of fancy stuff in your old home. These gems are the real deal. There's amethyst, amber, jade. Fuck you, Jade.
We throw those out.
We throw out the
We don't want those.
Yeah.
Leave them at the bottom of the lake.
And lo and behold, ooh, there's a really pretty white sapphire in there. You thought it was a diamond for a second, but it's just a white sapphire. But it is very beautiful.
Oh, well, you mind if I take a look real close, and I'll take it and look close and be like, yeah, they're fake. I'll just take them and keep them.
Krukazel, upon your initial assessment, these are probably worth about 600 gold pieces if you sold the lot of them to a jeweler or to a collector.
Totally kidding, everybody. It's the real deal.
Wow!
Oh, wow. Well done, Captain Nettle.
Whoa! I couldn't have done it without my trusty crew of first mates.
Well, it was good to help. I am actually quite surprised. I was kind of thinking maybe, Sophia was just sort of pulling, my tail, so to speak.
No, Sophia's really cool.
She is very nice.
She's the best, and she should probably be queen of the world.
Well, maybe one day, Nettle.
I mean, that could be like our next quest.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk to Gregor about it. See what he thinks.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Well, should we start making our way back up? I can see if I can try to catch some fish on the way up.
Ooh, yeah.
Sure.
We can literally go scuba diving since
Yeah,
we can all breathe for 24 hours underwater.
I was fully intending to just sort of have Mouse wander around under the lake for a while, talking to fish and, catching dinner.
Just tricking them.
Cat and Gray swimming lessons.
Aww.
Yay!
Ooh.
I mean, they would help. They are still kind of awkward around Cat, though.
I'll be
I'm
the buffer.
trying to give her space.
I'll attend the lessons as the buffer.
Lifeguard Krukazel.
When you return to the surface with your gems, a bunch of y'all, Krukazel, Mouse, Cat, and Gray go to take swimming lessons together.
Amazing.
And Sophia's just kind of lounging on the beach, relaxing. You see there's a net set up. It looks like it's a volleyball net. They have that in this universe because it's steampunk. I can throw anachronisms in there.
What? Volleyball's an old sport, or could be. That's reasonable.
Hitting ball over divider. That's
Hitting
like
ball.
the old.
Yeah,
That's like the oldest sport known to humankind, right? Sophia's just kind of like drawing in the sand a little bit. Oh, did you find the treasure, Nettle?
Yes, we did, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, that's impressive.
Yeah. Actually, so it was a lot. Okay, so my first mates that they did a lot of the work. I gotta give it up to them.
Well, maybe that's why I never found it in the first place. Instead of working with my brother, I was working against him. Perhaps it is your teamwork that ended up helping you find the treasure.
Well, my pa always told me, teamwork makes the dream work.
Your father sounds like a very wise man.
Oh, he is. He's very smart. So what's in the treasure? Have we opened it yet? Have we looked in there?
Yeah, there's just the gems, right?
Just the gems. I thought there was a map.
What, a map to what?
Oh, you said there was a map.
I never mentioned a map.
No?
Oh.
I could have sworn I heard more map.
No, I
No.
think you asked about a map.
Oh. Well, I would like another map to go on a treasure hunt, please.
Well, that's the only treasure hunt that I know of, unless you want to try and go on the wide quest of finding Mad Martin's true treasure.
Well, yes, duh! Of course, I want to do that! I want to go find the true treasure! Duh!
Nettle, the thing that Mad
yeah.
Martin, the thing that Mad Martin took from the Higardi monks, isn't the kind of treasure that you think it is. At least that's what the legends say.
The real treasure is friendship all along.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could say the real treasure is friendship that you find along the way, but no, he stole a very powerful artifact, according to legend.
Okay, and it
And
is...
no one knows where he ended up.
Well, okay, but the artifact, what is it?
Oh, Nettle, I don't want to bore you with.
I'm not bored. I promise I'm not bored.
At this point, the swimming lessons are kind of over. Crewcase is like, hopeless. It's hopeless, I tell you.
Oh, they will get it. It's just will take a little more time.
And you see Sophia is like sitting cross-legged in the sand with Nettle. All right, Nettle. So,
Okay.
Mad Martin, long ago,
Mad Martin.
about 200 years ago,
Okay.
in the year of the second sun, 1730,
Okay.
Mad Martin
Yeah.
stole the Astropath Arcanum. Do you know what that is, Nettle?
Not a clue.
Does any of you know what this is?
No.
Do I?
Do we?
Roll a history check.
Why can't it ever be things I'm good at, Alex?
I'm bad at everything. 15.
15.
1.
Ooh. Mouse, that's a whatever.
I'm distracted talking to one of the dog mounts right now.
I love you. Yes.
I got a
I love
13.
you too.
A 13. Gray,
15.
15. Crew Hazel, you got a 14?
15.
15. Kat, you've heard of the Astropath Arcanum. It's some BS you think that the biomancers kind of laughed about once in a while. You're not sure what it is, but it sounds like it's fake. Crew Hazel and Gray, you've heard of this item. Crew Hazel, you've probably heard it from whisperings with your friends in the Sons of Winter. Gray, you've probably heard it from travelers moving through Verdrid going to Highgard because it was by Arnica where it was originally stolen. The Astropath Arcanum is an old Adelian map of the cosmos, and it is thought that is what they used to traverse the realms in their mighty ships.
Well, I don't know if I like that.
Huh.
Well, anyway, it's this old artifact. It's Adelian in origin. I'm not really familiar with the whole story. People in Highgard, they don't like Martin for it. We in Balin, we kind of, due to our rivalry with Highgard, we always kind of was like, yeah, he hid out here for a while. Haha. It's really not worth looking for. You're never gonna find it.
Okay, but we found this one really fast, and you said you spent your whole childhood like trying to find it, and that was probably like 58 years ago. So, I mean,
58 years.
I don't know how old people are. I'm pretty sure everyone here is at least 100. So, if you spent your entire childhood looking for it, and we were able to find it in like 3 hours, then I think we got this.
Nettle, did you just gauge time by the sun? That's very advanced.
No,
And
I
yet
just-
we are all 100 years? I don't.
no, I wasn't looking at the sun. I just saw a nice cloud.
No, of course.
Nettle, look, I know you're traveling to Ergavel soon. Is that what I've heard?
Yeah.
On your way, you'll be, if you really want to know more about Mad Martin and the Astropath Arcanum.
Yeah.
Go to Tuft Hollow. He hid out there for a while.
Tuft Hollow.
You'll like it. It's a halfling settlement.
Oh, cool. Is it on the way?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What are they? Do they also like grow acorns and not acorns? Do they also grow mushrooms like we do an acorn?
Probably not, considering they live in a giant tree.
What? A whole tree? Roz can't eat a tree.
Yeah, don't underestimate her. No.
Well, the Shivering Forest is an old and primeval place, so. But if you are more interested in Mad Martin, I suggest stopping there on your journey. They'll be able to tell you more. I think it's a fool's errand to go and search for it.
Yeah, but I'm in charge now, so.
Yes, you are. I apologize, Duke.
No, don't call me. Just Nettle is okay.
Sophia gets up and dusts herself off. Whatever you say, Nettle.
Yes.
Well, I set up a net so you can play volleyball if you wish.
Yes.
Enjoy. I'm still a little tired, a little stiff from the battle a week or so ago. So, you have fun.
But
Mouse is like lighting up a joint and is just like, would you?
Sophia takes it.
It helps to take some of the stiffness off. I have some ointments too, if you would like. Oh, it is in my pack.
That's quite all right. And Sophia's gonna go up to Kruk Hazel, and if he lets her, she's gonna put a hand on his shoulder, and she's gonna lean in. The treasure's a local tradition.
That makes sense.
Yeah, people drop gems off in there. It had been a while since anyone found it. Probably, it's something like it's just fun that we have.
It's like letterboxing. We do that in Dragonfrost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very valuable. Geo, it's very valuable letterboxing, right? But yeah, I figured it'd be kind of fun for your whole group. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, I did. Thank you.
Anyway, enjoy your game.
I mean, we have room for one more. We're an odd number. Rosalind is kind of.
Rosalind.
She's out. She's off duty. If you'd like to join us, I'm sure no one would be opposed.
Sure, I suppose I can join.
Yeah, please.
okay, how are we going to pick teams?
Nettle, before we start, I think you need to sit in the shade for a little while. Your brain's a little all over the place right now.
Gray is kind of just like, you just see him. He's just standing under the water because he's never used water breathing before, so he's just kind of standing under there. His sleeves are like floating beside him.
just standing.
He's fascinated by this.
All right, Nettle, that's enough shade. You can pick teams.
Yay! Okay. Let's see. I am very small, so I need very big people to help me because I can't reach the net. Who is the tallest here?
Definitely not Mouse.
Have
Mouse is like,
Have we ever established heights?
Probably Sophia.
Mouse is 5 foot flat, so Nettle's gonna be like almost as tall as them when she's done growing.
Yeah, Cat's like not much taller than Mouse.
I'm 6 even.
Yeah, Gray's about 6'1".
Yeah, Sophia's about like 5'11", 6 even.
So Gray
Small
and
squad.
Hazel?
And Sophia, yeah.
Okay, but if we're gonna be even teams, I'm gonna take Gray and Hazel.
Okay.
And then Sophia can be with Mouse and Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
I mean,
Who's
not
Lucy?
being cat. Mouse and cat.
Yeah, who's this Lucy?
There's someone passing by. Oh, hi, I'm Lucy.
Oh, hey, it's your good friend Lucy.
Best NPC.
Chris, I was half tempted to bring Keith in from Agora's Bells.
A big boat just docks.
So you split up to play volleyball. We'll do collective athletics checks, I suppose. That's kind of what I came up with, was athletics checks
I
versus
love it.
athletics checks.
Well, I got a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Minus
my,
one.
No.
oh my lord.
Come on. Pretty good.
Nope.
Uh,
Wait, I think I might be proficient though.
I got a 21.
Oh, no, I'm not.
18. Ugh.
6.
3 minus 2 is 1.
Oof. Oof.
My
So,
plan of
I got a
control
6.
people is
Mouse
not going well.
Mouse
All right.
is super baked.
so,
Just hits him in the face.
The ball goes by and they're just like,
so yeah, so Nettle serves the ball up and it goes flying over the net. Mouse is just like, and the ball goes flying by Mouse, and Sophia digs for it and shoots it back over, and Krukazel, you're able to bump it back over the net. But Cat and some just jumps up and just spikes it straight towards Gray, and Gray like is not fast enough to react to the ball just heading straight for him.
Is it a misuse of my divine powers to beat my friends at volleyball?
is it cheating if I cast Bless?
This is gonna be the weird. Yeah, go for it. You want to cast spells during this game? Go for it.
I really like to
Amazing.
think that Gray just got beamed with that ball.
Oh yeah, Gray totally got like beamed really good with it.
The question is, how many balls are we gonna lose when they get impaled on like mouse antlers or something?
Sorry.
Oh, shoulder going.
So okay, we'll do like 2 more rounds of volleyball, I suppose. Get some
Yes, in
mechanics.
our team because fuck it.
Oh, yeah?
Mechanics.
Is that an
Uh,
extra
It's a
D4?
D4 to ability
Can
checks.
I
I'll
cast?
guide myself.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast at the volleyball?
You can try.
Gust of wind.
15.
27.
If
I
I
rolled
have
a 1.
Better spell.
Ooh.
If my
Ooh.
plan is going horribly
Actually,
wrong.
I lied. It's a 14. I forgot I had a -1.
14.
15.
15.
Actually, I'm going to try to cast Mage Hand to be like.
Oh, cheater! All right, roll me. Let's see. What would you roll with a mage hand? Give me like a spell attack with mage hand.
Oh, okay.
Aw, if we're getting dirty now, I've got ideas.
This is like the dirt. This is the weirdest game of volleyball ever. Like, there's
Oh,
magic
no.
involved.
26.
Woo! So the ball is going. So Cat serves the ball up. It goes over the net, and Nettle like just jumps up Michael Jordan style and just sends it back the other way. Sophia is able to catch it, and Mouse is like, "Oh, I got this!" And Mouse jumps up and double hands it over the net. And Krukazel's like, "Oh!" and like trips and face plants in the sand. But then Gray, you're about to miss it, but then you just snap your fingers a little bit, and a little mage hand comes out and just boops the ball over the net to give your team a point.
Best 2 out of 3.
Thanks for picking up my slack there, team. There was like a bug in my eye.
I don't know. I think they're cheating. What do you think, team?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're cheating.
Oh, well, maybe we can even it a bit. And if whose serve is it next? Because I got an idea.
It's gonna be
Silly.
Krukazel
God
serve
damn.
next.
Cast guidance on yourself.
I'm just gonna cast spike growth under the enemy team.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
There's a lot of shells on this beach.
Cast hot sand.
Walking on the beach.
Whenever the ball comes back over and Mouse hits it, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, so there's 2.
Oh no.
Oh my lord. That'll be a nice deception check with your spell there. All right, athletics checks, everybody.
And you're
18.
still blessed, my team.
We are blessed.
Oh god, I suck at this.
Ooh, good job,
18.
Sophia. Ooh.
18 for Mouse.
12.
Ooh. Ooh. It's up to Gray.
13 minus 2.
So, Krukazel, you give a weak serve. A weak serve. And Sophia's able to set Mouse up for a nice little spike over the net. and it heads towards Nettle, and Nettle's able to dig it out before it lands, and it's going going straight over, and Cat is able to run back, jump up, and hit it towards the other side of the net, and Gray's like, I got it, and then it just goes through your hands. You're just like, you go to hit
so much sleeve.
it. Too much sleeve. And Sophia's like, we won!
No!
I'm
My
pretty sure I
plan
saw 2
failed.
balls for a while. I'm just saying.
Oh, one, you must have gotten hit in the head real hard, Crew Castle. Maybe you should have
Oh,
some
no.
water.
What's that
Might
bug?
be heat stroke.
What's that bug in
You know,
my
it's
eye?
flat
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go sit down. Great game.
Good
Look at all
game.
these spikes on the court.
Oh yeah,
Sharp.
icicles on the
That's
beach.
dangerous.
Weird.
Very strange.
Diesel.
No. It was
Uh,
Nigel.
It's nice.
As you know, it's starting to, the day's going by. It's getting to be early evening. Roz was nice enough to start throwing together a fire for everybody. And Sophia gets a little fire going and sitting around the fire, roasting s'mores, roasting little sticks of meat that might be reminiscent of hot dogs.
Gray has pulled 2 entire watermelons out of his bag
Amazing.
and has been chilling them in the water.
Amazing.
I love
So he brings them over. He puts one in front of Nettle, and he just reaches around and grabs a stick. It's like, now Nettle, what you're supposed to do is hit this, but you have to be blindfolded. It's a
Oh.
game,
Okay.
and then we eat it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna like tie my sleeve. No, not my sleeve, because you have to spin around. So I'm gonna tie some cloth around her eyes, spin her around 3 times, and then set her towards the watermelon.
Make an attack at disadvantage.
I tossed Nettle my staff.
Perfect. All right. Disadvantage attack.
The beach episode has more rolling than most combats. What is
Dirty
this?
20.
Nettle just splits the watermelon.
Please tell me she smited on that.
Real watermelon.
Holy watermelon.
The watermelon is ready and is served up between everybody, and a good time is had by all. Everyone's just kind of sitting around the little campfire, enjoying the beach. The dog mounts with Moose the elk and the horse. I forgot my piece of paper with the names of all the animals. They're
You got Moose, that's really all that matters.
Moose the elk.
I know there was Makita.
Makita, the
I
green
think
doggo.
the horse was Buttercup.
The horse was
Remember? I
Buttercup,
like,
you're right.
"Aw."
One of the dogs was Fluffy, I'm pretty sure.
They're all fluffy, Alex.
They are all very fluffy, good boys.
Yeah, they were like dire malamutes.
Did we catch like a boar and a bunch of giant fish, and we're just roasting all of them?
Oh yeah, you've got a full course meal. A mouse and Crew Hazel were able to catch fish. Sophia was able to find a boar somewhere. They're around, feral hogs everywhere. About 30 to 50 of them.
Gray sets
Well,
up
one
the,
less now.
Gray sets up the area where we're eating because he's proficient in table setting.
You're damn right he is, because the magic bean said so. And it's very nice. It's a very nice, relaxing break from the grueling life of adventuring and your background story trauma. It's almost easy to forget about the things you've been through, spending time with friends and enjoying each other's company on the beach.
And that's the time my old friend became king of the ogres.
I swear I've heard that story before.
I'm sure you have.
Like I was there.
I
Oh,
feel like
that
I
sounds
feel like
very
I'm
familiar.
missing something.
It's an Agora's Bells reference.
Ah,
for
Alex's
What?
character always tells the story about how he became king of the ogres.
yeah, it's a reference for the our audience members pulling double duty.
I can tell it again if you didn't hear the most of it. but-
no, I haven't.
No, it's okay.
I really feel like I've heard that story a lot of times.
Strangely, I do too.
Weird how that works. I thought this was just, an empire-like story or something, but guess it gets around.
So drinks are passed around of the alcoholic variety.
Especially the nettle.
And Sophia's just kind of like, well, to the new rulers of the Spire of the First King, and to my new friends, thank you. I needed this. It's been a tough past week and a half now, so thank you.
To Sophia, queen of everything one day.
What?
One day you will be queen of everything. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Right, that was my speech.
Yeah, so the day's winding down. You can feel free to swap campfire stories, talk about feelings, whatever it is the Star Touched want to do. It's their day.
So Gray actually needs to talk to Krukazel.
You got it. Not hard to find.
Cat and Mouse are gonna have a chat after this.
It's so funny.
May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure, I've got time.
He's gonna kind of walk off just a bit, just not far enough, not far enough that they can't still see it, but
Sure.
far enough away that they can't hear.
I get another coconut, stick the straw in, and go after him.
So I had a question for you. I saw what you did to that Draco ogre. You turned him into a small bird.
Yeah, yep.
So I suppose I had a question. I was thinking about Mix Mouse's brother, Jade.
Sure, yeah.
I'm fairly certain that the man is going to be executed, and I'm not entirely sure how well that's going to work with Mouse's emotions.
Yeah, true, yeah. I see where you're going with it. I think that it's possible for me to get him out of there, but I'm gonna have to run it by our Duke first.
Not necessarily advocating letting him go either, but is there a way you could make it maybe a bit more permanent? Just a tiny rat, like the tiny rat he is.
While I agree with you there, I think the extent of my powers at the moment only transform Draco Ogres into tiny birds for 1 hour.
That is incredibly specific.
Yep. Just kidding, it works on green tieflings too.
Oh, still, limitations on magic are strange. But if there is something else that you might think of to spare our new friend some grief, because I personally am out of options.
I'll look over towards Mouse, and yeah, I wouldn't mind saving them some grief, as you put it, as well. I think that maybe if we wanted to keep him somewhere else, I could definitely get him out of there without detection, but
because
that's about it as far as what I can do.
I just don't know if we have... Well, I had a terrible idea just now.
Let's hear it. I won't tell, and I'll kind of look over to the fire. Everyone's busy.
It seems that there is a family we know who is very good at keeping people out of trouble and raising good people. I wonder if the Swiftfoots might be able to help set Jade on a better path.
Well, I've got to tell you my priorities before we do this. Randy is top priority. If anyone hurts Randy, I couldn't bear to look at myself. So I don't know if I want to hand him over to my idol.
Fair. Well, if nothing else, perhaps the Swiftfoots know of a place we might be able to keep him.
No, it's not a bad idea. I think we should definitely ask. I think they're coming into town for the jousting event.
Right, that's
we
what
might
I
be
was
able to ask
thinking.
him then. Yeah.
It's just that our base of operations is currently where he's being held, and I'm not sure we have another place besides that.
Yeah. He could work at my dentistry.
I wouldn't really trust him around
Yeah.
people's mouths.
You're right. Especially the money too. I'm not letting him touch money.
But it was just a thought, really. I spoke with him the other night. Incredibly docile for a person who's repeatedly tried to murder us.
I think repetitive losses will do that to a person, and maybe seeing the error of his way finally.
And perhaps repetitive blunt trauma as well.
That was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Anyway, we should perhaps head back before the rest of them get curious. I only brought it up to you because I think out of everyone I know, you have the most expertise in all things arcane.
Really? Well, that's a very big compliment. Thank you. I like to think that I kind of stumbled into this on accident, but here we are. So
That is a big mood, my friend.
yes. Well, it's not. Anyways, it's not a bad idea. I could get him out of there if we decide on it. But other than that, the question is, where do we keep him? If you have any ideas, I'm more than open to hearing them.
Well, I suppose my thought of him turning over a new jade leaf with the Swiftfoots was a bit of a far-fetched idea.
Maybe, but I think your heart's in the right place on it.
If only everyone had the Swiftfoots when growing up.
I feel you there.
Well, I feel like we need to make sure that Nettle doesn't eat all of the watermelon.
Okay, yeah. You have another one, right? And I'll kind of start walking and talking.
Several, yes.
All right, thank God.
He was basically like trying to end the conversation and walk away, and then you start walking with him, and it's one of those, oh, you're going in my direction sort of things.
Yeah, my car's this way. We'll just...
I'm not going to lie to you, Crew Case. I don't know how to end conversations.
Well, I typically don't end conversations, so if we just kind of both walk away, that's okay. Or else I'll probably talk all day. So
he's gonna pull out another watermelon. Take this as a parting gift.
All right, thank you. It was a great conversation.
And he's gonna kind of circle around and sit by the fire.
All right, hey everybody, we're back. I've got this new gift from Gray.
Do we need to hit that one open too, or can we just like cut into it?
If you want to, it's a game, but it's not necessary.
Who's the drunkest?
Ross.
No, who else? Next.
I have not drank, but I am pretty medicated.
Okay, that counts. What if we let Mouse do it and see if they can hit it?
Perhaps target practice?
Oh, I mean, I can try. My reflexes
have a
are
lot
a
of
little
knives.
slower right now than they are normally.
I want to be the one to throw it up.
I was going to say perhaps Nettle could chuck it very high.
Oh,
into
that's
the air.
smarter. She's better here. Nettle, throw this.
Okay.
What am I doing? Am I trying to hit it with arrows now? What's happening?
Yep.
The watermelon.
Shoot the watermelon.
Baked mouse, let's do it.
Baked mouse, but mouse is always baked. That's like
That's true. They are like remarkably baked even for like right now, you know.
I get that.
So what am I rolling to throw it up into the air?
You don't really need to roll anything unless you want to roll.
Nettle can just do that.
I rolled like junk, but it's still a 17.
Abby, Nettle's wearing a belt of giant strength. She can just
she can throw a watermelon.
She can yeet turfs into the sun, you know.
Amazing.
We've finally done it.
So Mouse, you're able to pepper the watermelon with arrows. And the watermelon just thuds into the sand and just is leaking watermelon juice.
My grouping is way off.
I think she did quite well, if you ask me.
Oh, danke, Sophia.
Oh,
Great
would you say
gentlemen.
you're impressed, Sophia?
Quite, but I'm not stepping on Petra's feet here.
What?
Ooh.
You mean you didn't see it? Petra totally had eyes for your friend Mouse. Definitely not for Kirk Hazel.
I picked that last part up.
I forgot about the like, oh no, not you.
You didn't see the way she was like wiggling her eyebrows and posing in front of Mouse and like, look at my doggies.
I mean, we
Sophia,
have no frame of reference for this person.
Does this bother you?
No, it's just the dogs. It's how she gets all the people. It's the dogs. I tried pulling the royalty card. Nope, it's always the dogs.
Well,
Great
from my
gentlemen.
understanding, you were with Gregor for a long time, so...
Yeah, I was.
Gray's gonna slowly just push a piece of watermelon into Sophia's mouth.
It's just, yeah, why you
Mouse, were you medicating Sophia all day?
I mean, I shared a little bit, but not, I forget not everybody has my tolerance, I guess.
You look
Nice.
over, and Roz and Sophia have knocked out most of the daiquiris.
Maybe she should have some water.
That'll be okay.
Oh.
I believe Cat and Mouse wanted to have a conversation.
Yes.
Mhm.
Want is a strong word.
Need to have a conversation.
Need to have a conversation is probably better.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll pull Mouse aside while they're bickering about Petra.
The mouse is not bickering and it's just very purple. It's like, should we get her some water? I don't. Hi, cat.
Mouse. I feel that I owe you an apology. I was not very kind to you recently, and you have been nothing but kind to me, and you are not your brother, and you are not responsible for your brother's actions, and I know that, and I'm sorry.
It is okay, cat. Thank you. I know that, it is not, my fault what he did, but I am sorry I did not stop him sooner, and I am sorry I cast a spell on you, that day. But,
You were protecting family, and that is something I can understand.
I was hoping it would help protect both of you. You definitely were going to kill Jade, but I was afraid, he would get a shot in or something too first. And I'm glad that it did not come to that. And I am very sorry for what my brother has done to you and your family.
I appreciate that, Mouse. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently, after what happened, and I realized that I have been perhaps a touch hypocritical when it comes to your brother. If I was willing to give Nora a chance to explain, if I was willing to give her a second chance, then I can't deprive you of giving your brother that same chance. I will not forgive him. I don't think I can, but I will not stop you from trying to save him.
Thank you, Kat. I would never expect or ask you to forgive him or, ever talk to him or anything like that. I don't want you to have to do anything that will make things hurt more than they already have. I know it has been hard enough for you, and I don't know. I was thinking maybe after, the trial and everything, I would go spend a little time back in Weidenhaven or something. I don't know. I know I am used to, people have a hard time being around me after Jade does something to hurt them. This is the resemblance, I suppose. So, if that would help, I could do that. I would not want to leave all of you before we make sure that, Branson is dealt with. But, you would need some space.
I know that you are not your brother, okay? And you have saved my life many times, okay? I trust you. And that's not an easy thing for me to do, okay? So you are welcome with us for as long as you want to stay. At least for me. Sam, you're muted.
If I can do anything, I don't know at all, to help anything, please let me know. I don't know what I could do, but I will try to think of something.
I will. Thank you, Mouse.
Thank you for still being my friend.
It wasn't your fault, and we have enough trouble without blaming people for things that they're not responsible for.
Yeah, I think so. There's too much of that in the world already. That is true.
Now let's get some watermelon before they eat it all.
Yeah, that would be good.
You return to the group. There is still watermelon to go around. And everyone's, they're sitting around the fire. Sophia's like laying on the side of the fire. Welcome back.
Has anybody gotten her some water yet?
Is vodka water?
Oh.
Pretty much explicitly not.
Yeah,
Where I come from.
Mouse will switch to sort of like drunk mom duties and like get Sophia some water and just make sure she kind of switches to hydrating right now. But Mouse is actually totally gonna eat some watermelon because they have medicated enough to feel up to eating real food. It's an exciting day.
Nice.
It's an exciting day for the Star Touch. They found treasure, played volleyball, talked about their feelings.
This is the most maturely Kat has ever handled an emotion.
I know. I'm so proud of her.
I'm proud of her.
With that, we can go to a quick break as the beach day winds down, and the party will wake up and determine where they want to go next.
All right.
Stick around, folks.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Welcome back, folks. And this is SteamSpell episode 26, The Beach, if you are just joining us. For those of you who've been here, you've seen our star. Just enjoy a wonderful day on the beach. And thank you everyone for coming out. Big shout out to Esvi in the chat. Esvi originally made some fan art of Kerkazel and Nettle on the beach. You can see it on Chris's camera. And that's kind of what sparked the idea. She's the one who's been begging for the beach episode since, episode 6. Just Esvi's been a longtime fan. She's done incredible fan art. The art you saw in the slideshow for Kerkazel was done by her. She's just a wholesome individual. Give her some love, chat. Anyway.
New mouse art, too.
There's new mouse art in the Discord, so jump in that Discord if you want to see more art.
Mouse.
And we're back with the Star Touched. If you guys, if you all want to have it be the next day, or if you want it to still be the evening, if you had more things to talk about, up to you. One thing the party does need to talk about is what's the next move.
I would like to go on a treasure hunt. We are apparently very good at it. Better than most people, I would say.
I kind of look at Sophia like, do we tell her or no? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Group, what are we feeling?
We have quite a lot of ground to cover if we wanted to go to Urgavel next.
Oh, lords, yes you do. It's quite a trip.
Yeah.
Obviously my stakes are not as dire as other people's on catching up to Branson, but I kind of feel like I'm sick of this dude. And I feel like we've given him enough time. And I think maybe all the time we waste, he's getting farther and farther, or more dug into whatever stronghold he's undoubtedly held up in. And I think maybe it's time to get moving.
Perhaps it would be worthwhile to let Ballora Grimm know what we're up to as well.
That's a good idea.
The help of a gold dragon is never, ever unappreciated.
Yeah. I mean, we're friends now, and we drink coffee together, so.
We did. That teleportation circle that she left for us, I think she said that would take us to her lair, yeah? So, I think that would take quite a bit of our travel off. We don't know exactly where her lair is, but we know it's kind of on the way to Urgavel, right?
Ballora Grimm's den lair it's kind of known where it is. There's a really tall peak in the Cloud Rule Mountains. Kind of like one of those, we know where it is, stay the fuck away. So you have a general idea of where it's at, and it would cut down a significant portion of your travel time by at least probably a week or 5 business days.
Okay.
You think Nettle could convince her to let us ride on her back to Urgavel?
I doubt it.
I don't know. Nettle's pretty convincing.
Depends on the coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
We could try.
Perhaps that's could cause quite a lot of alarm to see an ancient dragon flying into different territories and stuff, though. So I don't know if that is the kind of attention that we would want to draw to ourselves.
You're right.
But maybe she could give us a ride parfait or something, or maybe she has another teleportation circle someplace else to take us the rest of the way. It might be worth asking.
I mean, I think regardless, we go there. So.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. Sophia, you coming, or you got other beasts to slay?
As much as I love spending time with you, our good Duke does need someone to head the guard and the soldiers back at the spire.
Yes. You are in charge of everything, and you can do anything you want.
Your freedom you are granting me is greatly appreciated, but do remember that Dietmar is acting in your stead as well. I will defer to him on matters of the court, but in matters of guards and military, I will I will take care of that. He doesn't seem to be as well versed in those things.
All right, sounds like a plan. You are in charge of all of those things. I trust you without question.
Oh, will we be able to take our mounts with us through the teleportation circle? We will be able to go much quicker if we can take them to Argavel, too. I don't know how these things work. Does anybody know?
Nope.
I think we probably can. Most spells specify living or willing creatures, so
Okay.
they're willing and they're creatures. Right, dogs.
Brr.
Yep,
I
see.
mean, I can make sure.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Why don't I ever take that spell?
Do you want to make sure if the dogs will go with you?
I mean, at this point, Mouse has done that for pretty much literally anything, so we don't have to roleplay it every
The
time.
dog's
but,
response would just basically be, "I love you, of course."
You know, they would also do the kind of like, okay, well, make sure you are ready to get into the circle really quick when it lights up, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, whenever you're ready as a group, you can take your nap or your long rest. All those
yeah.
spell slots you've used on your fun day at the beach recovered.
Yeah, I'm gonna
feel
nap. I'm gonna pray as well once everybody else does their thing. So
Yeah, are we just going to take a short rest, or do we want to rest for the night and leave first thing?
I blew a lot of spell slots making dolphins today, so I think maybe a long rest and we just get a
Okay.
head start early in the morning.
That sounds good. I am a early riser, so...
Half our party is pretty drunk.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah. That is a good point. I don't think we should leave, Sophia alone drunk at the beach anyway, if she is not going to come with us.
Great call.
Buddy system, everyone.
Yes,
Stay with your friends.
I couldn't really leave my sister-in-law like that anyway.
It's true.
We don't have time to unpack all of that.
What?
I thought about saying something and then I decided it was above my pay grade and I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like we should unpack some of that.
I didn't know you were related to them. Wait a second. Wait a second. Processing.
Didn't you know all humans are related to each other?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Neither you or Corvus is human.
I don't know if sister-in-law was the right thing. I should have said
No.
stepsister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gray doesn't know these
Half-sister
things,
or
so
something.
he doesn't know the terminology.
That makes it even better.
Close enough.
I was like, who are you married to?
I know. Or like, Chris doesn't have
Nice.
siblings. He's made this clear. Like, really.
Well, you want to talk about good old dear stepmother? We can.
And this is where I step in. Sophia, it's time for bed.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Oh, look-
please.
Oh, thanks, Kat. You're so nice.
Okay, Rosalind, you too.
How's Drat
Come on.
doing?
How's Drat doing? Drat goes up to Creek Hazel. Motor, drink lots.
I'm not. Oh yeah. What? She's your mom? Rosalind's your mom?
Motor, drink lots.
Okay,
Hey,
Drat,
are
you
you-
kind of freak me out a little, Drat. I'm glad you're around, but I just wanted to know where you stand.
Murder.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that's
say. Pretty sure Drat was saying murder, drink lots.
Do you want to murder me?
Murder.
Okay.
Not
Alright.
not big dragon. No.
I'm Big Dragon too. All right, cool. All right, I like you, Drat. Never mind. Have a good night.
Murder.
I like to think that Croquet's like wakes up in the middle of the night. Drat's just like saying murder over his chest. Just
Drat's just like murder.
I feel like.
Doctor.
Oh.
Murder.
tomorrow, Drat.
Doctor.
Very good.
I definitely think that if you wake up and you see Drat like snoring, she'll be like, murder.
Drat's the
Does
true queen
Drat
of the
have
theme.
like pina colada on her breath when she's talking to Kurt Hazel? Does she
Oh
just-
yeah, Drat totally's got daiquiri on the breath.
All right. Okay, Val. Rest
And then
time.
And then Drat goes and snuggles up with Cat
Aw.
and just starts petting Cat's hair. No meow cat. No meow cat.
I love Drat so much.
The
I will
true
kill
queen.
for this Drat.
Drat, don't murder her, please. Interconic, I say.
Protect no meow cat.
All right, good job. Good night, Drat.
Oh boy.
So Crew Hazel, you said you wanted to pray.
Yeah, once everyone's done with their nightly routine.
It seems to be the
Cool.
case.
Okay, I'm going to try my best to commune with Boreala.
Okay.
It's gonna be like, I'll probably draw like a little circle somewhere and make the ground a little frosty for her. Get away from the heat of the beach.
Yes.
Just to pay homage to her. And I'll make like a little frosty circle with like spike growth of like icicles growing out of the ground.
Yeah.
And I will just say, hey Boreala, it's Crew Hazel here. I'm sorry we still haven't made it over to talk about what happened in those ruins over there, but we kind of had like a weird thing happen. And one of my adventuring party that I've been traveling with for a while, they had a dream about, I think, the Watcher in the Dark, if I'm remembering correctly. And you're obviously more knowledgeable and wise on things of that nature, so if you could get back to me, that'd be pretty cool.
You kind of hear a cold breeze brushes by you, and you hear a voice in the breeze. The Watcher in the Dark, you say.
Yes, the very same. I think, anyways. I didn't see it, but...
This is troubling indeed. Well, Crew Hazel, you've been a loyal servant informing me of this. I will have the Watchers double the patrol around Glacial Peak and ensure that it that slumbers remains asleep.
Yes, is there anything I can do remotely to help you? I'm not really concerned for myself, but if my party, just the people I'm traveling with, start having these visions as well, then that's...
Perhaps the fact that you've been touched by the void and you've brought your group to the void, perhaps the void reaches its tendrils into them as well.
Yeah, yes, that's kind of what I was afraid of. And I'm not saying I have to do this, like, it's just an idea, but do you think that if I wasn't with the group at this point, they'd still get these, like, weird visions?
Perhaps. They have been around strong coalescence of the void, especially if you traversed into Magno Adel.
Right. Well, please let me know if there's anything I can do. We're going to Urgavel if that means anything to you.
Please keep an eye out for this Watcher in the Dark.
Sure. Of
The
course.
Watcher's a powerful and dangerous entity. And it serves as the eyes to it that slumbers as it sleeps, informing its dreams, its terrible dreams.
Sure. Also, this is Chris to Alex. Is there, you know how I like spilled the beans on the whole Sons of Winter thing?
Yeah.
Can I pick up any hint that she knows that I
Insight
did that?
check.
Okay. All right, buddy. Come on. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's 21.
As far as you all you know is you've told the group. They haven't really told anyone. Boreala, there's nothing in her voice, nothing in the way that she's communicating with you that would imply that she knows.
Whew. All right. All right. Well, thank you for answering my call. Tell Rex and Alana I said sup.
I will tell my daughter and her companion that you say hello.
All
and
right.
Crew
Mhm.
Hazel, has
Yeah.
Jordantarax been speaking with you?
Oh, it's been days, I think. Weeks.
He said he had a task for you, and He wasn't very specific.
Oh, I'll give him a call.
He said he already told it to you.
Oh, that task. Yes, I thought you meant like a new task.
So he wasn't very specific. Care to clue me in?
Well, if Chris reads his notes properly. Hold on, let me find it. Or you can just fill yourself in if you don't want to wait for me to read notes.
All right, Crew Kazel, you had Jordantarax told you something about seeking the flames of creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I had written down. I didn't know if you were looking for more. He told me to search for the flames of creation, but I'm sure you knew if he knew, so...
Oh, you probably didn't want to tell me because...
Oh, flames, right.
Yes, and the path he sends you on is arduous and very, very dangerous, especially for mortals.
Well, somebody's got to do it, right? Why not me?
That is correct. Well, continue towards Argavel then. You seem to have business there with other cruel individuals.
Yep. Once we take care of him, I will be off to the flames of creation shortly.
It will take you quite a while yet, Crew Kazel. But I appreciate you communing, praying to me. We should do this more often.
Yeah, if you think so. Yeah, I do too. It's been fun.
And as she says that, like this majestic, icy form of this blue fey woman kind of appears before you for a second, and then turns into like misty frost in the wind.
Oof. She's never done that before. That was a little much. She unnerves me a little, and I'm just kind of like talking to myself at this point, just scratching out the prayer circle.
If there's anything anyone else wants to do before the next day, speak now or forever hold your RP.
Don't think so.
No, I think I'm good.
Mouse will sleep curled up with the dogs.
With the doggos. Maximus is also with the doggos.
Which means Nettle is also with the doggos.
Aw, cuddle pile.
Cuddle puddle. So the night passes by. It's a peaceful night along the shores of Lake Balin. Sure, the ground's a little sandy and you might wake up with some sand in your hair, but other than that, you feel well rested. You feel really good. The break was probably what you needed to kind of recharge the battery. Self-care. We here at Chromatic Chimera are big on self-care. So, it is the next day. You wake up and begin packing up Sophia's already like awake and half packing up the beach stuff already.
I forgot to mention this, but I just said it in chat, but Nez, for those who don't know, my little celestial familiar rat, was also wearing tiny little red swim trunks.
Perfect.
Because that was something I had decided on and then promptly forgot to say.
No worries.
Amazing.
But sadly,
That's gonna be a sad time to leave.
The beach attire must be put away.
Back to business.
This sucks.
It's back to regular business for the Star Touched.
Regularly scheduled programming.
Regular scheduled programming with
New
death
background.
and trauma
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah, this seems good for Mouse.
Oh, I still have a palm tree on this shirt. Yes.
Take that.
The beach you might leave the beach, but the beach never leaves you.
My antlers
Nettle
are
wakes
still
up
gone.
and Nettle wakes up and is like shaking all of the sand out of her hair and bleh. And her farmer's tan has been replaced with solid sunburn.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She is as red as a lobster.
That's
Oh,
when the
no.
sun uses smite.
Hovar casted smite.
Oof, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy or
Says Max.
whatever it is. Fuck that big ball of light.
Fuck that thing. Oh, Nettle, that looks like it hurts.
I mean, a little bit.
I could
Yes.
try to dump some healing into her to try to lessen it a bit.
Oh, I have some ointments that will help with the pain, and don't worry, they won't, make you like, oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna go hang out with Mr. Krukalukaluku because he's always really cold. So
That makes sense. This will help it get better a little quicker, though, because
Okay.
Mouse will absolutely have like some sort of medicated like aloe topical. They've got all like on their belt with like any healing potions or whatever. There's like tinctures of like plant matter steeping in various oils and things like that.
Beautiful.
They've always got going, so they will share some with Nettle, and they put
Nice.
some on their own scars and stuff.
okay.
All right. Well, to the teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Away!
Do we have any coffee to bring as an offering?
I think we gave her all of the coffee we brought with us already.
Well, shit. I have like a
Um,
bottle of wine. Could maybe
That'll
try. Okay.
Usually, I think that usually works.
All right.
That's the proper thing. So you step in the teleportation circle with your dogs. Rosalind's there too, but she's kind of
He's
Probably.
very hungover.
Yeah, she's hungover.
nursing a bit of a hangover. And you're surrounded by magic sparkling energy, and light overtakes your vision. You feel kind of like as if you're being thrashed about in just empty space for a moment. And just... And you find yourself standing on the ledge of a great cliff, overlooking a great lake below as water pours down to it from the mouth of a cave that is behind you. Outside the massive mouth of this cave, atop a peak, you are atop a very tall mountain. There's just mountain ranges around you. And the water falls from the side of this mountain peak that you stand on top of. Myconids stand at the front of the cave entrance, and they kind of stand there, just kind of wait pointedly, just kind of patiently. And when you look into the cave, you can see like some mushrooms glowing along the walls as it gets darker, deeper in the mouth of the cave. And beyond the mountains lies a vast forest, calling ahead. And the Myconids just kind of stand there, just...
Hello, we're here to see Belor Grim. Can we pass?
Then they bow, and then they step aside.
Okay, after you, Duke Swiftfoot.
Okie dokie, onward.
Okay.
So you step into the cave, and you walk across separate stones that break up the water within the layer. Glowing mushrooms grow in clusters around the walls, providing much-needed lighting. You continue until you enter a massive opening in the cave, light streaming from holes in the ceiling. And laying in the center of this cave is the great form of the golden dragon. You're very familiar now with Belor Grim. And she's just kind of laying there, just kind of croons her neck up. I was expecting you.
Good morning.
Good morning indeed.
We didn't have any more coffee to bring you, but okay. Go. Fine.
They present the wine.
Belor Grim kind of like moves a clawed finger, and the wine bottle is softly taken from your hands and floated into like a pile, like into a pile in the corner of all these other bottles. The gift is much appreciated, as is proper when being someone's guest in their home.
Yes.
I take it now you are passing into the Shivering Forest to move to Urgavel.
Yes. I did have a question though.
Ask away.
So there is this guy named Martin, and he was a monk, and he had treasure, and we found one of his treasures, but we're looking for like the real deal, the big one, right? And I was wondering if you knew anything about Martin's treasure.
You're referring to The mortal that many referred to as Mad Martin, I take it.
Probably.
It's a local legend amongst the folk. I do not concern myself with their troubles. So to answer your question, I do not know much. I know a century or two ago, he passed through these mountains. That is all I know.
Okay, that's fair. I was just wondering. Thank you.
Bellergrim bows respectfully to Nettle.
Nettle bows very deeply and dramatically back.
Is there anything else this dragon can be of service with?
Well, we were kind of wondering if there was any way you could... I know you already have, and we're very thankful for the teleportation, but is there anything further you could assist us with? As you know, we're going after a very bad person, and we feel we've given him too much time already.
I would aid you if I was able, but the Shivering Forest is a sacred place to the old gods and the new.
Gotcha. Enough said.
To utilize my magic in their realm would upset the residents that call that place home. And that is not my territory
Sure.
to be
Not a
trifling
problem.
with.
Not a problem, just thought we would ask.
That is fair. I am powerful indeed, but again, it is not my place to make matters in.
Alright, well, we do plan on heading straight there, so... just so you know where we're off to.
The least I can do is at least help you down from the peak.
Oh. Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated.
That'd be great.
I'm very small and climbing is very difficult for me.
And Bellergrim kind of lays a wing down and beckons for you to climb atop her mighty back.
I act cool.
Nettle is like visibly shitting her pants.
Shitting her armor.
Shitting her breeches.
It is a pretty exciting experience.
Yeah, Kat's nervous but excited.
How's Drat though?
Drat's just like, Big Mama.
Oh my God,
I
love
thought I was
that.
Big Dragon. You can't just go around naming everyone Big
No,
Dragon.
no, shut up, you big dragon. But she is Big Mama. So, y'all climb onto Bellergrim's back. She helps you up when need be with her tail. And she steps outside of the cave. She doesn't need to use the stones you use. She just walks through the water. And when she gets to the edge of the peak, she furls her wings out. And she turns her head back. You might want to hold on. And then just jumps off the mountain and just starts diving towards the ground. And just when you think, just in the classic in the moment when you would think, oh no, we're gonna crash. She spreads her wings out and soars majestically over this great lake at the foot of her mountain. And lands strangely softly for such a mighty creature on the ground. And bends down, throws the wing on the ground, allowing you to get off.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You are wonderful. And thank you so much. I'm going to tell everybody about this.
The thanks is mine. You've returned my child to me. It's the least I can do.
Just got so excited I went blurry.
The camera couldn't handle it.
So, with nothing else then, you bid Bellergrim.
Oh, can I ask her something? I'm sorry.
Sure.
Just real quick. Bellergrim, this isn't my place, but is your child going to be alright? You don't have to answer.
Time will tell for Torogrim.
All right,
We
very
shall
well.
see.
Very well. Best of luck, and thank you again for all your help.
Yes, do not be afraid to contact me if you need my help.
How do we contact you again?
Just speak my name. I will hear.
3 times.
Convenient. Does that mean if we just mention you in idle conversation, you happen to hear what we're saying?
I might. Remember, Gray, we made a connection
Right.
yesterday.
We did. Noted. All right. Well, he's a little nervous. He doesn't know how to end this conversation, so he pulls out a watermelon. He just kind of rolls it towards the dragon.
This is much appreciated, but I prefer other food.
He goes to take the watermelon. Puts it in his pack. Then he kind of just starts leaving because he doesn't know what to do.
Valerigram beckons you farewell and lets you traverse into the shivering forest. Yeah, feel free to roleplay along the road if you so desire.
Well, I know Mouse is very relieved to be back in a forest, and it is
Yes.
evident.
Gray would like to talk to Cat. He's gonna kind of sidle up to Cat and just kind of, Cat, may I see your arm?
My, okay.
The one with the bracelet, we'll call it.
Okay.
He's just kind of like looking. Does it look like it's changed since he had that last vision?
No, it hasn't changed yet.
Oh, all right. To be fair, I did have another dream of the clock.
Well, that is not good.
No, I dare say not. We definitely need to figure out what we're going to be doing about that before it gets too late.
Yeah, I don't particularly want to be hunted down and dragged back into the afterlife.
No, I actually, once we're done with whatever we were doing, I wanted to go back to, I believe their name was Phasma? I wanted to talk to Aor, if possible. Be done.
Yeah, I don't know how one would go about doing that.
Alex, what city was Phasma in? Was
Phasma was in Thunderbluff.
Phasma was Star Wars. Phasma was in Thunderbluff?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, there was a individual in Thunderbluff. I'm not sure if you actually spoke with them or not, but they were able to contact people anywhere, even my mother in a different plane. So I was hoping perhaps they could put me in touch with the Judge of Souls.
I mean, I guess that would work, but I very much doubt he'll... well, what do you want him to do?
Well, I mean, he's looking for a exchange of souls. I figure we ask him, does it need to be a one-to-one trade, or does he want 100 souls for yours?
I mean, he said a soul of equal value.
Right.
A soul.
A soul, yes, but I mean, who knows? I just trying to come up with ideas to help other people is new, so I'm just kind of thinking everywhere at once at this point.
I mean, there's no harm in trying, I guess.
I don't suppose those who are like Dr. Branson would be a one-to-one exchange.
No, I think he was more referring to the fact that apparently I have divine blood.
Troubling.
I think that was what he meant by soul of equal value. Human for a human. Not human for a not human.
Well, just, I suppose, keep an eye on your new bracelet and see if it changes. I'm not sure it will, but you never know.
I will. Thank you, Gree.
I'm just going to kind of like almost reach as if to take something out of his bag and then think better of it and then just kind of continue.
Walk away.
Yeah.
All right. So, sparse foliage becomes thicker as trees eventually surround you. These trees are tall, reaching far into the sky with their mighty branches. These primeval trees cause little sunlight to reach the forest floor where you walk. They stand tall, so tall, most of them are a type of cypress tree with dark grayish-brown bark. Anyone who's traversed the forest is well versed in the forest. You would know these are nightbark trees, ancient and some of the oldest and largest trees you will find in the world. The breeze caused the leaves of the nightbark trees to rustle, and the tall trees sway and creak in the wind. Smaller coniferous trees also shiver and shake in the wind with them, almost in a sort of weird foresty dance. You continue to travel until you see what appears to be structures built. So this is about 2 days later. You stop and rest as you need to. So you continue to travel until you see what appears to be structures built atop some of these mighty trees. Wooden carved statues and totems dot the landscape, and the greatest of these trees stands mighty and resolute. At the base of this tree, there's a guard troop of lightly armored halflings, their furs ranging in color. They sit atop great squirrel beasts. They guard a gate opening in the tree, and lanterns filled with bioluminescent insects provide soft light on the dark forest floor. A strong halfling warrior strides over atop her great squirrel beast. She brushes orangish fur out of her eyes. Welcome to Tuft Follow. I am Captain Isabella. You look weary, travelers. Would you perhaps be interested in the hospitality of Tuft Hollow?
Yeah. You're a captain too?
I am a captain, yes. Captain of the guard.
Oh, okay. That's a different captain. But that's still a good captain. Alright. Hello. I am Duke Nettle Swiftfoot. I live at the Spire now.
Isabella is perplexed as you say you are Duke Nettle who lives in the Spire. Wait, could you excuse me for a second? You said you are Duke Nettle?
Yeah.
Of the Spire. Are you referring to the Spire of the First King?
Yeah.
She looks at the rest of your group. Please tell, are you? This must be some sort of prank, a joke, at least.
No.
There has
No.
been a change of power.
You'd think so, but no.
Well, by the stars, our halfling is the Duke of Balin.
We are getting power in the realm.
Indeed we are. Indeed we are.
We're very cool.
And all the guards immediately start bowing. Duke Nettle Swiftfoot, it is
No,
our
stop
pleasure
that.
to welcome you into our humble village.
You don't have to bow to me, silly.
And who are the rest of you?
Like, look, we're already short enough. You don't have to bow. Okay, so these are my trusty companions. We have Mixed Mouse there. It's the green bean. They're very good. Then we have Miss Cat with the red hair. She is also very good. We have Mr. Gray, who is the gray one. And he is also very good. And then we have Mr. Cuckoo, who is the scaly one. He's also very good. And then we have Miss Rosalind somewhere. She's pretty good too.
So you're all good.
She only got a pretty good.
Well, I would be more than happy to accompany our new Duke into Tuft Hollow proper.
Okay.
If you'd follow me, please, and I would usually say you have to agree to behave yourselves in our village, but this is the Duke.
Yes, and we're good. We're heroes.
Ooh, that warms my heart. Now follow me, please. And she kind of leads. She's still riding her big white squirrel beast. You notice there's like flaps of skin between the arms. These are flying dire squirrels.
I love it. I want one.
I want one.
Just give us all the mounts, Alex.
You're led into the great tree. Parts of it have been hollowed out, serving as sort of just a area for halflings to meander, gather, and kind of like a gatehouse area that would be in a regular on-the-ground village. She leads you through winding paths inside these trees to a lift. She beckons you into the lift, closes the gate, latches it, and she kind of taps on the side of it, and a rope and pulley system lifts you far up into the mighty boughs of this tree. And as you're being lifted up, you see that there are structures built on these branches, along these branches, and they are connected through wooden walkways. It is a sight to behold. A lot of these buildings they're held aloft by vines. They're built ropes, masterful architecture. The settlement focuses around this great tuft tree, the great tree that you're in. And as you reach the top, Isabel opens the gate. Well, welcome to Tuft Hollow. There are 7 boughs here, as there are with any kindred folk settlement. And is there anything you're looking for in particular?
Would you happen to know about Mad Martin's treasure?
Oh, you mean Mr. Martin? He came here centuries ago. Oh, my granddad remembers when Mad Martin came by.
Okay. Did he leave anything? Like maybe a treasure?
Well, not that we are aware of. His old
Maybe a
pagoda.
treasure.
Well, his old pagoda has been cut off. The bridge that led to his old pagoda, gone.
Where is this pagoda?
Well, it's here in the first bough.
Okay.
So which of Martin's pagoda is here in the first bough? And, of course. If you're looking for somewhere to rest, head to the second bough and go to Fuzz Fizzer. He's got an inn there.
Fuzz Fizzer.
He also makes great drinks.
Like, milkshakes?
Oh, yes. He also makes potions.
Oh, cool. Okay. So... Yeah.
Well, I leave you to it. I have to get back to guard duty.
Oh.
Toodaloos.
Toodle-oodle.
And the lift begins going back down with Isabella atop her great squirrel. You're looking around, and there's all these other furry tufts. Tufts another name for halfling because they get tufts on their ears, usually the furry ones. And they're jumping on these squirrels from branch to branch. They're picking fruit from the tree branches. This is quite a sight to behold, considering I don't think any of you have been to a halfling tree village.
Mm-mm. This is a lot different than Acorn, but it's pretty cool.
I think all cities should be like this. This is much nicer.
You like being in trees?
Compared to other cities, at least things in the Empire, for sure. This is so much nicer.
Alright, friendos. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the bodega, right? I don't know what a bodega is.
Well, it would be good to get some potions before we go, to deal with whatever it is these, biomancers might still have.
Okay.
That would be good.
Yes. See if they have anything besides your bog standard healing potions as well.
Well, could be a good
I'm
idea.
all out of healing potions last I checked.
Well,
I've
me
got a
too.
few.
We could always use more, because
Mhm.
we all have healing, but none of us quite have enough.
It's
I
true.
don't think I have
Seems
any
that
healing
way.
potions. I've just been getting through everything on brute strength and force of will.
It's very impressive, Nettle.
Well, perhaps that should be our first stop then.
What was it called? The fizz?
Fuzz Fazz Fizzer.
What? That's
Fuzz
what I
Fizz
said.
Fizzer.
Yeah, that.
We can get some refreshments too.
That thing. You're gonna go to that.
We do
Um,
that.
So you begin walking your way through the winding, I call them streets, but the winding wooden walkways of Tuft Hollow. You pass by a really nice looking place built into the side of one of the branches, and there's a little sign that hangs out the front that says Mayor's Place. You pass by a bridge that's kind of closed off, and there's a sign that says "To Martin's Pagoda, an old friend." And then as you're walking, you also see there's a little side path that leads into a little grotto area, and you can pass by that as well. You enter the second bow, and you go through like one of these great tree branches, makes like a tunnel. You walk through it, and there is just kind of hanging, suspended by all these vines and ropes, is just kind of like softly swinging in the air. Is this? There's music coming from inside. There's some lights and whatnot, and you can hear. It sounds like a tavern in there.
I love this
There's
place.
There's a sign.
know.
It's got like little feathers, like little colorful feathers hanging from it in Halfling. So Nettle, you can read it. It says,
Oh, finally, there's a use for this.
it says Fuzz Fazz Fizzers in Tavern Alchemy.
In tavern alchemy.
Seems like
Oh.
a weird mix, but all right.
Well, but we
Indeed.
need all three of
Interesting.
those things, so
Yeah.
I guess they know what they are doing.
Is everyone here halfling, or are there like humans and? Or is it
Most
just
of the people here are halflings. It's almost 100% halflings
sick?
here.
So we're like giants. This is
Basically, you once in a while pass the odd gnome, maybe. Just because gnomes often take shelter with halflings due
Sure.
to them being created by terrible people in Kovith for labor. And they'll run away and they'll go live with halflings because halflings love them and see them as sort of like little kindred souls. So you notice the doors are quite large on Fuzz Fazz Fizzer. It's almost just more of an arch, and you kind of like walk around a corner, and there's this tavern. It is a bustling place. There are halflings just all over, drinking, singing songs. Some of them have their squirrel beasts with them inside the tavern, and they're like wrestling. One of them's like kind of wrestling a squirrel beast, but in like a friendly way. And it's loud. It's halflings having a good time. And you see this gray-haired furred halfling, and his fur's kind of like all over the place, just messy hair. He's got these big old eyeglasses on. He's holding like two like potion vials. He's just oi, now that's a new drink.
I'm straight up picturing just halfling Christopher Lloyd right now. Just for the
Basically.
record.
Basically, we have to get back. Hop into my DeLorean.
Not sure beer is supposed to react like that.
Oh, hello there, fellow human, huh?
Yeah,
Tadpole.
I travel with a party of humans. They're pretty okay. No,
Oh.
I'm kidding. They're awesome. They're wonderful.
Oh, well, hello. I am Fuzzfazz, and welcome to Fuzzfazz's Fizzer, where drinks, potions, and a place to sleep, all under one roof.
Oh. So how often do things explode here?
Very.
Okay,
you see,
I
there's
like
like patched up holes in the wall and the ceiling.
Okay.
And he's holding his concoction that he's been mixing up. Would you like a taste test? It's free.
Okay.
Oh.
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 Nettle would like to slam that drink down.
It has like
Ah!
it has a sweet taste, almost like grape soda, and it kind of makes you feel a little floofy in the head. There's a new one for everyone, floofy. Oh, yeah. But I've been working on messing with the ingredients of the mystery potion. Yeah.
I sure feel like a mystery.
But that, dear, is because you just might be. Because have you gone through the 7th bow yet?
No.
Every halfling should go through the 7th bow.
Okay.
Well, at night, it doesn't just have to be halflings, but the 7th bow is the key to your destiny.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, here's some drinks on the house. And he just starts slamming drinks.
Check this person.
What's up?
Can I insight check this
Yeah,
person?
you can insight check Fuzzfaz. He's slamming mugs on the table.
Prompted that? Oh, no. Mm-mm. Hold on. Nope. Mm-mm.
I'll take history checks as well, if you want to understand kindred folk halflings.
If it's history, then it's a 10.
History or what?
History or insight, if you want to see if he's like insight will tell you, is he being honest, or what? Why would he just saying this shit?
15 insight.
Fuzzfast seems to be pretty straightforward. Whatever the 7th bow is, it's part of the city, as Isabella mentioned, but like, what? The 10 history check would tell you this sounds like some weird local tradition.
Gonna haze us, aren't they?
Anyway, that's if you want to see the shaman. Now, you came to see Fuzzfast, which means drink up, me hearties.
Okay.
Yeah. If I blow up, I blow up. I'll take one.
You drink it. It's good. Whatever he's mixing, it's good.
Is it alcoholic?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And for the tall folk of the party, the bar is like you just have to like squat down. You have to like squat down to be at the bar.
Love it.
I want to make sure everyone gets out of this unblown up, so I will not partake.
It's okay. Fuzzfast give guarantee. If it blows up in your tummy, it's free.
Oh, well, that's
But then I'll
comforting.
be dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've already
well-
done that. It's not really worth it.
Hey Gunter, how many days has it been since our last accident? And there's like this halfling passed out on the bar. 3.
Not good odds.
Although we were told that you might have some potions and stuff also.
Well, you came to the right place. I've got potions, I've got beer. If you need either, Fuzzfast is always here.
It's a good slogan.
I at least am just looking for some healing potions.
You're no fun, but fine. How many you need?
Oh,
How many do you
much?
have?
He
much
goes,
is that?
he walks to the back and he walks back out and he slams a wood crate onto the table, onto the bar. There's like probably like 6 of them in the crate.
Did I need those too?
Oh, how much are they?
Look, I don't get a lot of people buying these. 300 gold pieces, I'll part with the whole thing.
Done.
Oh, yeah.
I like making a good deal. And he starts like shuffling the money into like a drawer behind the counter.
Mouse will chip in, like, for them.
Do you want to split it and both take 3?
Sure, that works.
Anyway, if there's no other business we need to be doing, the Fuzzfast's got other customers to take care of.
Do you have anything that's not a healing potion? Anything more abstract?
Please describe abstract for me, my friend. I've got all kinds of shit here. I mean, all kinds of beans here. Sorry,
What?
it's a child present.
What potions of yours interest you most?
Oh, I like you. You're fun.
Hmm,
You, sir.
yes,
Good.
me.
You know how to make Fuzzfast happy.
Oh, I don't like that gesture.
So tell me, how would you like to become huge for a day? I mean, like, gigantic.
That sounds novel, to be sure.
A whole day?
Yeah.
24 hours of being swole.
Look, let's put it this way. Us halflings, we get sick of everyone looking down on us and saying, look at you, you're so short. So I made a potion to make us the big boys for once, and the big girls and the big non-binary pals for once in our lives.
I see. Does it make you stronger as well, or is it just a change in height?
Bigger, better, faster, stronger, you name it, baby.
Oh. And how much are you asking for that sort of thing?
I'll part with it for 400 gold pieces. It's a hot commodity, okay?
Of course. Do you have anything else noteworthy?
Let's see. Anything else noteworthy? Good old first. Well, I've always got a, if you want to go invisible, do you want to, like, not get hurt by being poked a lot? I got one of those as well. You ever want to, like, see what your crush is thinking? If she like you back, got a potion just for that.
What do you think about that one?
Oh, you want that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, Louie. Let's see. Ooh, do you want to be fast? I got that.
And how much is the fast one?
200. Take it or leave it.
Just for my sake, is that just like a potion of haste or some such?
Potion
or...
speed, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's like a free haste spell. You chug it, you get hasted.
Okay.
And he holds up this bottle, and it's like this yellow streaked with black fluid. It's swirly. Brewed this one up just here in this very tree.
It's like 75% Mountain Dew.
It's probably got like alcohol in it. His potions are probably alcoholic.
Okay. Well, Gray's gonna slide him 600 gold for the enlarged potion and the haste.
So you did purchase the potion of giant size.
Yep. And he's gonna walk over to Nettle and Cat. And he's gonna make sure that he gives the right potion to the right person. And he's gonna give the haste potion to Cat, and he's gonna give the enlargement potion to Nettle.
Oh my god!
Know, giant rogue and super fast paladin.
All right. So for everyone who doesn't know, the potion of giant size is a legendary potion. When you drink this potion, you become huge for 24 hours. If you are a small or medium or smaller creature, otherwise the potion, if you are medium or smaller, otherwise the potion does nothing. So large people don't drink this. For that duration, your strength becomes 25 if it isn't already higher, and your hit point maximum is doubled.
Oh my goodness.
In addition, the reach of your melee attacks increases by 5 feet. Everything you are carrying and wearing also increases for the duration. When rolling damage for weapons enlarged in this manner, roll 3 times the normal number of dice. For example, an enlarged and long sword would deal 3d8 slashing damage or 3d10 slashing damage when used with 2 hands. When the effect ends, any hit points you have above your hit point maximum become temporary hit points.
Oh my god.
This potion is pale white liquid made from the tongue of a giant clam with a pungent aroma akin to that of rotting algae.
Oh, lovely.
All right, hear me out.
So this is how we're gonna take down the
We're
the
juicing.
biomancers, right?
Who needs
Great.
Polarogrim now? We just fucking let Nettle smash.
Does that bonus damage also go to her smite, or is it just weapon attacks?
Oh shit.
Oh my
For
god.
weapons, rolling damage for weapons.
Still,
Why don't we use both of those potions on the same person in the same
Oh my
combat
god.
and see what happens?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
sure.
The
Can you
rest of us can
imagine
just take a
a
nap.
hasted giant nettle?
Have y'all played Castle Crashers before?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Because I'm just imagining like the sandwich from Castle Crashers that makes your night huge.
Yep.
Okay, so
Nettle
he's gonna
just single-handedly finishes the campaign.
he's
I know.
gonna give both of these to Nettle, and he's gonna be like, Nettle, I have a present for you. Is it your birthday soon?
You need to speak louder.
Sure.
Abby.
Oh, is it my birthday soon? Sure.
Well, okay, so I have two things for you. One for your next birthday and one for the birthday that I missed.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
These are very powerful and expensive potions. One will make you very big, and the other will make you very fast. But there is a condition.
Okay.
You need to use these only when we are in dire, dire trouble.
So, when we have to go kick Dr. Branson's butt.
Essentially, yes.
Okay, cool.
So this one, he's gonna hand her the haste one. He's like, this will make you much faster than you normally are.
Okay.
And this one, he's going to hand the other one to her. He's like, this one will, I believe, make you huge.
Look, kid, you ever wanted to be a giant? I got you covered.
I have wanted to be a giant my entire life.
Yeah, now you can go and flick those Goliaths and say, I'm the big one here now.
Do you remember, Nettle, do you remember Rex?
Yeah.
You will be at least twice as big as him.
Oh.
This was worth 600 gold.
Oh.
Definitely.
She like starts tearing up.
But again, this is not just for any fight. This is for when we really need it.
Okay. How long does the fast one last?
And a minute.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
I mean, it'll last the combat at least.
Yes.
It's 10 rounds.
Yeah, most of the combat.
And here's me signing Dr. Branson's death warrant. All right.
I mean, at least we might as well just skip the fight at this point and go right to the joust.
We're going to show up, and Nettle's going to take both of these potions in preparation of fight, and Branson's going to be dead. He's going to be already dead.
I just splat. Branson's dead.
Good.
Like, Nettle just steps on him on the way in.
Oh no.
Anyone deserves it.
I got something on my shoe.
All right. Anyway, is there anything else you want to do at Fuzz Fazz Fizzer?
I want to talk to Kat real quick. In the tavern.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, Kat. So I'm just gonna be kind of separate, away from the rest of the group. I was just curious. I thought that it'd be a nice time to commemorate all of our adventures with a gift for everyone. So I was just wondering. You seem very insightful on what people like. So yeah, I don't know. What would you get, Nettle per se?
Nettle likes more ways to stab, or maybe something for Maximus.
All right, and maybe Rosalind next. You know her very well.
She likes, she likes good alcohol, and she likes nice clothes.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Just fancy thing.
I think that wraps up the party. So I really appreciate your.
Okay.
Yep. Have a good one, and I'll leave Kat a very fizzy alcoholic drink.
I could hear.
Rosalind, do you want this?
Rosalind just yoinks it and downs it.
Alex, I could hear
Yeah,
you.
that was great.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I
fantastic.
called it. I was like, watch, he's gonna ask for a gift idea for Rosalind. Fucking called it.
Aw.
It's adorable.
Very cute.
We stan. All right. So, is there anything else you want to do in the bar? / alchemy shop / inn. Fuzzfaz does offer hey, you get to stay for free. You've spent so much money here, so you get a free room. It's kind of like a
Nice.
special.
Nice.
He doesn't get a lot of people who want to stay the night because you could blow the joint up at any second.
That
At
seems
the
reasonable.
exploding tavern. Shocking.
You can. So he's just kind of all right, bye now. I got things to make. So there, you also pass by a gathering hall. It's kind of like the town square where they meet for events and stuff and meetings. You pass a restaurant. It's got a nice aroma coming from it. It's called Stew. So there's nice flavors coming from that place, and then there's the lift up to the third bow at the end of this pathway. Is there anything else you want to do in Tuft Hollow? Explore, or you want to like rest and continue on the journey?
I mean, I was told that all the halflings have to go to the 7th bow.
True.
Have to. Explicitly said have to.
Well, he said that's not just halflings can do it, so I am curious what this is about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board if you'll want to go. I'm pretty sure this is a prank.
Prank.
I like a good prank. Let's go.
If anything else, it will be neat to see more of the town.
Yeah, that's true.
So you spend a good portion of your time, you're wandering the wooden walkways of this town, winding through branches and the trees. You see many halflings, furry halflings are gathering fruit from the trees, patrolling, walking around. A lot of them pass by, tip their little hats to you. They'll be like, oh, hey there! And,
Hello.
So in the third bow, you pass by the Tuft Hollow Zoo, which includes enclosures for bunyips, squirrel beasts, floofle swoops, and a mountain screamer.
What is the poofle swoop?
A floofle swoop is a rare kind of bird with very colorful plumage, loved by nobles because of how rare and colorful the plumage is. They come from Shivar.
Okay.
I want to go to the zoo so bad.
Can we go to the zoo?
You can go to the zoo. It's just you can walk through it. It's just part of the walkway. You also pass by the Tuft Hollow Academy. It's a schoolhouse. The lower portions for the younger children's, and the upper portion serves for higher education. You go into the fourth bow, and you pass by an armory, the library, and a ritual room.
Sorry, a ritual room?
Yes, there's some halflings in robes standing outside the ritual room. They have like leaves kind of placed around their necks of their clothing, and they kind of hold these staffs with these gems on the end of them. An aromatic incense burning can be smelled from the ritual room, and when you look inside, there's like a small like little pool, and then there's like part of the tree stump. There's a part of a tree stump that serves as a center, and floating burners swirl around it. Hello, you've come for the ritual?
Yes.
You've come to experience the 7th bow.
Yes.
The shaman has been expecting you, Star-Touched.
Oh.
What?
The shaman.
I think they're legit.
How did you know?
Shaman Das knows many things and can see beyond our realm into that of the spirits.
Okay, yes, please.
Shaman Das can see destiny.
Let me in, please.
Well, before you can enter the 7th bow, you are required to obtain a mystery potion brewed by a local. And
I drank one.
okay, and then you need some Zuzu petals. They can be found growing around the village.
Does it count if I drank one?
You drank a potion, but you need the Zuzu petals. You need to ingest the Zuzu petals.
Oh.
I actually have a Zuzu flower.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I forget.
Awesome.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know. It
Was
was.
it sunflower?
It had to be after though, because
It
it's
was
under,
sunflower.
It's under Meat Hook though, so I I don't know what happened there, but
Didn't you visit Sunflower again at some point?
maybe I don't know.
You did. You went to see him at your dentistry.
I definitely have. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I believe Lucy more than me, so I definitely.
Yeah, me too.
It's written down.
So Kerkazel produces Zuzu flower. Oh,
Ah.
you already have the Zuzu flower.
Yes, we read your mind and we knew what we needed. It's a joke.
This is like when you go up to an NPC in a game that you already had all the stuff for their quest.
Yeah.
And they're like, please go on this
Totally
quest.
already got the dragon stone, y'all.
Well,
Give
The
Dragonstone.
the rest of you need to imbibe the potion as well.
So we need another one.
You are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll need 5 more at least.
Oh.
Fuzzfaz makes him. Can't believe we left that duty to him.
We were just there.
Oh, we head back.
So you backtrack, and Fuzzfaz is like, "Oh, welcome back." And you get your mystery potions, and he's like, "I knew you'd do the seventh bow." And you head back to the ritual room, and the two disciple types standing outside, they beckon you inside to the ritual room. And they begin preparing the room. They begin sprinkling incense into the floating burners. They kind of pour something into the water, it's got like this bluish greenish color that they pour into the water, and they take dye from like crushed up plants, and they begin writing like symbols on the wall in halfling. And a lot of the symbols have to do with destiny, calling upon the astral star to show them their destiny.
I lean over to Gray. Are we gonna die?
I mean, eventually.
And then when they
That's
finish
comforting.
preparing the ritual room, they bow slightly towards you. And the shaman will be with you at any moment now. And they pull these curtains made of these large leaves, so you have privacy within the seventh bow.
They didn't take our weapons or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay.
This is just sort of wrinkling their nose at the drink that we're holding. Like, are we supposed to drink this now? Is it for us or the shaman?
I don't know what the protocol is here.
Yeah,
This is gonna be one of those the shaman was already among you type things.
well, none of us are shamans,
Well,
as far as I know.
Nettle, do you know is this some sort of halfling, I don't know, ritual you are familiar with?
I don't think so. We don't have any shamans in Acorn, I don't think.
The ritual, the disciples did mention imbibing the potion and the Zuzu petals.
Oh, sweet, drink it.
Bottoms up, I guess.
Okay.
You drink the fizzy potion. It has a taste of. First, it tastes kind of like diesel, and then when you put the Zuzu petal to your mouth and bring it to your tongue, the Zuzu petal brings a very sweet, yucca citrus taste to your mouth. It helps counteract that diesel-y taste. And Krukazel, you've done the Brekkic.
fuck.
I figured.
Oh, man.
The feeling that you get is very similar. Like your head you feel as if you're floating on a cloud. Your vision kind of goes blurry. And the room kind of disappears till it's almost just the incense burners swirling around you, and the pool of water beneath the tree stump that you were standing on is below you. And you stand above it. Individual stars in the darkness begin to light up the room. They look as if they're in the distance, as in the night sky. And you don't even notice right away, there's the other figure standing in the room wearing these old musty robes that reach the floor. They kind of trail behind him. He carries a gnarled staff with a gem in the end of it, and he wears a dragon mask. The dragon mask has etchings in it that look like little stars, and the etchings are connected by lines to almost like a constellation. I am the Shaman Das, and welcome to the seventh bow, where you will learn your destiny.
Is it just me seeing this?
No, everyone
Okay.
sees this. Everyone who's partaking in the ritual.
We're all
What is
looking
it?
around like, does everybody see this?
What is my destiny? Am I going to be a mighty hero?
Nettle Swiftfoot,
Yes.
first of the star touched.
Oh. I didn't know I was first.
You will lead this land into glory, and you will fill the shoes of a great and old hero to sever bonds that were thought to be unbreakable.
Oh.
That is your destiny.
Yes.
Okay, I'll bite. What's our destiny?
Katerina Partridge, who prefers Cat Steele, of course, her chosen name. You'll restore balance to the natural order by removing the head of the great beast that tries to lay claim to it. Along with this, you, and you alone, shall wield the very essence and elements of creation to free this realm from the void. And like a flame sword forms in his hand, and he flourishes it as he says that. And then it kind of disappears and turns back into his staff.
Well, that's a lot. I'm sorry, beast?
The head of the great beast that resides in your ancestral home.
Okay.
Hey, look, it wouldn't be a prophecy if it was
It
not
was
cryptic,
specific.
right? Who shall, as your friend has said, bite?
Tieflings first.
Is Roz with us doing this?
Yeah, why not? I think Roz would be the one to be like, let's do a drug trip ritual. Fuck
Right?
yeah.
She
I'll
would.
ask Megan about it later. Be like, hey, would Roz do a drug trip funeral? And she'd probably be, hell yeah.
Totally.
I look in my coat and I have the Brekik. I'm like, not now.
Sir, you do not want to overload your mind.
Mix and match.
Very wise.
I have tried it myself. I do not recommend it. There are many ways to reach the spirit realm, and substances are one of the easiest.
I suppose if no one else is stepping forward, I might as well.
Clarion Race, who also goes by Gray. You shall know glory and become rich in your own spirit. You will have to sever the connection of those you share lineage with from this world. First to fall will be the crow, then the false goddess, and finally the Queen of Fae. For your mother's time and meddling has been far enough in this realm, and you will learn who she serves. That is your destiny.
Are we hearing each other's destinies?
What is the? I'll leave that up to y'all.
You're the DM.
I'm the DM, but I'm gonna leave it up to the players. I do that shit. I do that shit a lot. I'm like, I'll leave it up to y'all. I don't know how.
You guys think are our destinies private?
No. Nettle shares hers immediately.
We did have a whole counseling session about not keeping secrets.
That's
I
true.
kind of feel like for ease of roleplay, also, let's just say we all fucking hear.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are doing this together. To be fair,
Right?
y'all are
like,
tripping.
We've already had that bonding, that party bonding.
True, and he has he has addressed you as the group of the Star Type.
true.
Right.
Yep.
He has been addressing you as a group.
And that way we don't have to explain it all again.
Exactly.
Yay! Just make sure you're writing your destinies down. Don't want to
Well,
forget
watch the
those.
VOD.
I've got a replay.
Yeah,
It'll be on YouTube.
We'll clip it later. It's fine.
Just fucking clip it, man. Who next shall hear the destiny?
Push Roz forward a little bit.
Rosalind. Oh, Rosalind. Your destiny is clouded at first, but you shall break the bonds and the chains you have found to have forged for yourself. And you will have the help of one who walks through the boots of an old hero. And you will stand alongside your comrades as you stare into the face of oblivion itself. That is your destiny.
Wait, and she stares into the face of what?
Oblivion itself.
I don't like the sound of that.
I'm not super fond of any of these, to be honest.
No.
Nettles was nice.
Nettles was nice.
Nettles was good.
Nettle got a nice one.
You there, mouse. You look perturbed, almost troubled, as if you don't want to hear your destiny.
Well, it is, I don't know, kind of scary to think about.
It is indeed. But it is how we find our purpose in life, and how we find what shall become of us here in Tuft Hollow.
Then what will become of me then?
Mouse, you seek that path of the hunter. You shall embrace that. And although your heart tells you you are not star-touched, you will find your fate and your destiny to be intertwined with those that you call friends. For your bow will be needed in the quest into the very depths of hell. That is your destiny. I believe we only have one more. You there, son of dragons, son of Azor Bale, it is a pleasure to be in your presence.
Pleasure's all mine.
Crucazel Scale Cut.
DDS.
DDS. Although you have broken the bonds of family in the lands of always winter, you find that you will forge bonds of new family with those you surround yourself with. You, Crucazel, shall lead the charge. You will find the path into the darkest depths in order to acquire that which is needed to destroy that which seeks nothing. That is your destiny.
Yeah, I was kind of scared you were going to say that.
Destiny can be a frightening thing, but it appears that your destinies are all intertwined, and that you have great challenge ahead. Azor Bale has chosen you, and I speak on behalf as his servant. He has chosen you to fulfill these destinies. For you are great. And you have the power within. And it is the unbreakable chains and bonds that you have formed with each other that will get you through these trials and tribulations. And of course, destiny can always be a fickle thing. And perhaps you may change the course of it yet. I bid thee farewell, star-touched. I feel your quest will bring you back here, and perhaps we will speak again. And he fades away. He becomes starlight and fades away into the darkness. And the stars disappear, and the room begins to form back around you, and you feel woozy after that. And it almost as if like you could almost collapse after going through that.
Have I mentioned recently how much I hate gods messing in our personal lives?
That might be partly my fault. I've invited quite a few in, it seems.
He's more god now than man.
Well, it doesn't seem like it is anyone's fault. It is just what was supposed to happen.
Well, that was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I can't say mine was too unexpected, unfortunately.
Mine said I was going to be a mighty hero, which
Well, we all knew that,
I-
Nettle.
I think that Nettle got the best out of us, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Nettle is already a mighty hero. It sounds like a destiny fulfilled to me.
Did you all not get told that you're going to be mighty heroes?
Well, I kind of
Um,
got told I'm going to go into the darkest pit in the world. And good luck in there, champ. So,
Not good.
Makes
Yeah.
sense to me. That
I mean, mine was pretty good, all in all. I think restore balance, that's hopeful.
I'm kind of confused as to why mine is apparently based on wealth.
Well, it mentioned your no, that was bad, actually.
Yes, the fact that my family is all going to die.
Yeah,
yeah, that was a little much.
that was not good.
Well, at least he didn't tell you your family doesn't love you. So,
He didn't mention anything about my sister.
He was for my own recollection were they not referring to Kat's sister as a goddess in somewhere, or was that
The false goddess,
More-
that was the other
That was Melaine.
Corvus,
Mhm.
Melaine.
Was
Okay,
at
okay.
least that was the
I got
terminology
that
we've heard used.
super
for her.
confused then, and I was real nervous about that for a second.
No.
I was like,
I mean,
oh,
could always be something else, but that is the character we have already
Okay.
heard before now referred to
Yeah,
as
no.
the goddess.
Yeah, Kat made a very astute observation that Lillian was not referenced in the prophecy.
That makes me really nervous, you guys. What if she's dead? Or worse?
I don't really want to go to hell.
No, that
Oh.
doesn't sound fun.
well,
Oh.
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of more worried about how he just told Kat that we're going to go fight this giant monster in her homeland.
Yeah. Well, we were going to do that anyway. I thought he meant more like a metaphorical beast.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, I
hope
can
he meant
yeah.
Branston is the head of the beast.
Yeah, we can just...
do-
Yeah.
We do know, though, that, I mean, the biomancers do all kinds of experiments, and we saw what they did to Gedrin, so maybe he has done something to himself. Maybe it is
Oh,
a
no.
metaphor, but also something a little more literal.
You know what? He's completely insane, so that would not surprise me.
That was
That
my next
is-
question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you remember or dealt with him directly ever, Kat. Was the kind of things that he wanted to do? Did it seem like, he wanted to harness things like for himself? Do you
Did
think he would have done experiments on himself? Like,
I think he's too selfish to risk anything that might harm him, but if he knew there was something that could work, he might.
but that means he will probably at least have a lot of other people or creatures he has created or experimented on.
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely.
It's not going to be an easy journey.
We were probably lucky, really. The biomancers had already had to move out of the spire before we got there. Wherever they are holed up in Urgoville, I'm sure it will be much more defended than Hold 2. That was only a partial, place for them to hole up.
Well, we may just need a giant halfling duke, if that is the case.
That's true.
Super fast halfling duke.
What if we had a super fast halfling duke with a machine gun?
Oh, that sounds like a great hero.
But it's
Wait a
going to be a
second.
tiny machine gun.
We
Damn
just
it.
give Maximus
Wait a
the
second.
potion.
Wait a second. Hear me out. If I was really big, I could hold the gun that Maximus has on his back.
It
Yeah,
would be
definitely.
yes, technically, but I think it would
If-
be too small.
If she held the gun while she took the potion, does it change her weapons though?
Yeah, it does.
Actually,
No,
Yeah.
I believe that Alex said it does.
I think he did.
Yeah.
But
Oh
I have
my
to drink
God,
It, I have
what
to
have I
drink
done?
it before I grabbed.
There's a
You should-
machine gun clause.
You'd have to hold the machine gun and drink
someone
the
feeds
potion.
the potion to
Can
you.
you, what if you're riding Maximus at the time?
We're
I
just
do-
getting ridiculous
Would
now.
I
Maximus
do
also
not
get
recommend doing that.
Now I want to do it.
You're gonna crush
You
it.
might-
But what if
squish
she
the dog.
summons Maximus while she's a giant paladin? Do the spells scale too? Like his fine steed, now just a huge steed?
Find giant steed.
The stacks, right, Alex? That's my
I
Um,
think so, yeah.
Legendary
Yeah.
potion, man.
I need to do some research.
You made a dangerous mistake, my friend.
Alex
Oh,
has
boy.
immediate regrets.
Fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna y'all are gonna get like a teleportation staff eventually. I don't
Dibs.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we're
get a
be
magic
able to-
sword, apparently.
Yeah,
It's probably
gonna
gonna be
be the new
Corvus's
King
after he
Arthur.
dies.
fire
Yeah.
sword.
Corvus's sword is called Sun.
Oh shit! I'm making
Oh.
Corvus' sword.
Yep. He's
Sad.
gonna
The
die.
shaman referenced the flames of creation.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds bad. Actually, I take it back. I'm not excited about the flaming sword anymore.
It's kind of a good thing, Kat.
I'm still
Isn't it-
excited.
Yeah, the Flames of Creation is a really good thing that we'll talk about after we beat the heck out of the Biomancers.
Okay.
Priorities, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Let's put
uh,
one foot in front of the other here.
we'll cross
Well.
that bridge when we come to it.
Oh, also, this is kind of
come to it.
out of place, but I also have this Wyvern mace that I got from Jade, and I think this might be
Oh.
pretty important if we're gonna go forward. That we have all the cool stuff that we have. So, Gray, I don't really know what it does, but here.
I- So I was looking through like the treasure trove today or yesterday, and I'm like, do they remember the Belt of Lion's Courage? Because someone's got that.
Who has the Belt of Lions?
I
Courage?
don't
Oh
know.
shit, I don't have that.
I think
Mouse
it's
doesn't do
Rosalind.
any
Oh,
looting,
yeah.
so I've got nothing unless somebody hands it to Mouse.
Oh,
and I
I've-
don't write it down if
Somebody
I
got
don't
to keep the
find it,
crown of the
so-
first king.
That's mine.
Cat.
Yeah, Cat has that.
Cat wears the crown and the mask of when
I sure do.
I think we're up to date. It's just this mace
Alright.
that we never identified. I took it and never did anything with it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have the robe of stars that I haven't used for anything.
true.
I've
got
got
a robe
the
of
light
stars?
bearers.
I
It's not
do.
the same one.
What is it like?
I got
Plus one
really
AC?
excited because
It's plus one AC and dancing lights.
Yeah.
No, I'll
It
just let you
brings
throw it
my
over your
AC
armor.
down. So
I'll let you throw it over your armor. Whatever. Fuck it.
really?
Fuck it. Whatever.
20 AC rogue. Just
Yes, actually.
Evasion.
That puts
Maybe-
my AC at 20.
Yeah.
Maybe when Nettle drinks the potion, we should put the jetpack on Nettle.
Oh, no!
Oh no, you're just trying to make a
No,
killing
but doesn't that
machine.
cause you to take like fire damage or
Yeah,
something?
but
so
she'll
wouldn't
have
a
double-
giant jetpack also cause like an
Just
area
base-
of effect?
Just basically 2 fireballs are just casted at her feet.
She just fireballs anybody standing within 15 feet when she takes
Look,
off.
we launch her from a catapult right over where he is, and then she drinks the potion.
Ah, yes. Jade's Club. Oh yeah, Jade's Club.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck Jade.
Yep.
It's a club. It's called Stinger. Deals 1d6 blood piercing damage as a club because it's got the little hook on the end, the little thingamabob. And you can do a thing once a day where you can cause a DC 16 Constitution saving throw and have them take 46 poison damage and be poisoned.
Pretty good.
One-handed, two-handed?
It's one-handed. It's just a club.
Cat? Nettle?
That's a strength weapon. That's not really my thing.
Nettle?
I'm not
Weapons are
exactly,
my
uh,
thing.
It's a simple weapon for reference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
it's
not a
not
finesse
finesse,
weapon.
so-
No, not a finesse weapon, but
Yeah.
like I'm saying, like
You would have proficiency.
Nettle, what do you use now to hit
I
things?
use
Helps with a
this
negative
great
1
sword.
strength.
yeah, Nettle has the Moonlight Greatsword that she
Is
can hold in one
is
hand.
it better than this club?
Yeah.
Probably.
Alright, well, who wants this bad boy?
Do you?
I mean, I can, I guess.
We don't
Yeah,
have
I
a
mean-
whole lot of melee.
I'm actually
Dogs
pretty
really
freaking
get
strong.
close.
I never really talk about it, but I'm pretty strong, so I guess I could.
Hey, we all saw you at the beach.
That's true, yeah. That athletics check in the water was really something. I guess I could take it. I feel like I have a lot of stuff, so, but
I mean, there's always the option to sell this shit off.
Yeah, we can try to sell it, maybe.
oh no, don't worry, I'll take it.
Look, I'm at the point where I'm like, whatever. I'm just making my own boosted and monsters anyway. Like, I've already killed Cat once. I think I'll let Cat have this. Like, I was thinking about. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, yeah, Cat deserves it.
Cat deserves
Her
it.
life hell.
I do.
Sorry,
I've been
cat.
through it.
You know, and now y'all are gonna have to like march in the hell eventually. Apparently, who knows?
Yeah, apparently. That's not
Good.
concerning.
That's
I
where,
thought-
that's where the Rakshasa are.
We got this.
Fuck.
I know. What
maybe-
is it with my characters and going to hell, guys? I swear this is unintentional.
This is actually not your fault, Sam.
Hey,
Is it my
you
fault?
heard it. You heard
It's really
it.
my fault.
Not my fault.
No, it was referenced when Crew Kazel was told to go find Surtur. That's
Oh,
where
wonderful.
Surtur lives.
Yeah. I got it.
So it's Crew Kazel's fault. Ha!
It's Crew Kazel's fault.
I mean, not really.
Dragon Man.
Fuck you,
Look,
old young dragon.
It's
man.
not an NPC I wrote for once, okay? That's all.
No, we're past that. That was Jane.
That guy.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know. I think this is a good point to wrap up. We're kind of like losing focus.
We just got some heavy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That
was
was
a
a
lot.
lot.
Before we
It's
go
a
to
lot
bed,
taken.
I'm gonna go to Fizz Faz or whatever and buy the most expensive alcohol he's got, but we don't really have to roleplay that out.
Aw,
All right, it's a
yeah,
5
yeah.
gold. It is
5
this-
gold, never mind.
It's gonna be like this massive, just concoction,
Alright, 5 gold,
bubbling.
done.
And there's also like a little stick of shrimp on the end of it. It's just a
It's
bubbling.
true love, everyone.
Damn, shit, yeah. I'm gonna take that for
there's
myself.
there's probably like a cheeseburger on there. It's like this
Wow.
bubbling Bloody Mary
Just-
cauldron thing.
Like, ask him if he has like mushrooms
Oh yeah. Also,
to
the
rim
shrimp,
the
is,
glass with.
the shrimp is actually imitation crab, and the burger's made of tofu.
Wow. Alright, cool.
Halflings are all vegetarians.
Sick, that's all.
All right. Well, anyway, that has been SteamSpell episode 26, The Beach. We leave the Star Touched at the halfling village of Toftalo, where they had just undergone the seventh vow ritual, which in the lore is basically a ritual that all tree-dwelling halflings undergo to determine what their fate is within the village. It's kind of like the here's what you're going to do for your life type thing. And that's why the shaman's very important to them. He is sought to commune with the stars
We
himself.
just have career day? Is that what
Yeah.
happens?
Aptitude tests.
Your career is walking to hell.
SATs. Shit.
Sometimes halflings will allow outsiders to partake in this. In this case, it was because they were the Star Touched, and the shaman was expecting them. Anyway, we're gonna go around, do some plugs. Don't worry, Megan will be back next time to do all the wonderful Roz things. Thank you everyone for joining us. This has been such a blast of an episode. We will start with Ryan, who plays Gray.
Hi. So my name's Brian. I play Gray, as Alex just said. You can find me on Twitter at the Simulacre. And besides that, on Sundays I will be over on Roll the Roll to do a Scarred Lands campaign where I play a gerbil druid alchemist person, the herbal gerbil, as I call him. He is wonderful. Besides that, I have something called Sims Character Creations. I take commissions for short musical themes for your D&D character, for your D&D show, about a minute 30. And all that information is on Twitter. And also I offer narrative and voiceover opportunities as well, in case you need someone to tell what happened last time on your Dragon Ball Z podcast or whatever it might be. So that sort of thing. That's what I do.
All right, Lucy, who plays Cat.
All right. I am also here on Agora's Bells, and I am the DM for Elsewhere on the first Tuesday of every month, and that's coming up very soon, and I'm very excited. And I have a podcast called Odyssey Exploration and Research. The finale goes up on the 30th, I think. And follow me on Twitter.
Yay. Chris.
Hello, I'm Chris. I run the other Wednesday bi-weekly game, Agora's Bells. We are just kind of hitting our stride in Arc 2 here. Last episode was the first episode of Arc 2, where we kind of discussed the ramifications of the end of Arc 1 and had a little downtime of ourselves, kind of like this. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, go watch the VOD, and hope to see you next Wednesday. I am in Elsewhere as well, where I play a big, beefy barbarian man, with anxiety, and that's fun. And other things, I am going to be running a game on Fridays here pretty soon with the City of Mist system. So if you or someone you know is interested in playing, please let me know. I'm still looking for players. All right, that's all.
And then if you know Powered by the Apocalypse, you'll be able to play City of Mists.
Yeah,
so.
it's 2d6. It's
really
pretty easy.
shouldn't, but it sounds awesome.
I'm in the same boat, Sam.
I know.
It's okay.
I'm like waiting. I'm waiting to let other people fill in to play. So hurry up
Alrighty.
before I take your spot, people.
Well, speaking of Sam, why don't you go next?
Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am SamWise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm a disability advocate and a TTRPG streamer. Most of the time, you can find me here at the Chromatic Chimera. I am also in our other Wednesday game, Agora's Bells, where I play Blossom, our Tabaxi rogue warlock. And if we go to hell there, it is absolutely my fault. I am also in Elsewhere. See me on the first Tuesday of the month. I think our next session is the 7th, is the number date. So come check us out. On Mondays, you can see me here. I am playing in Eberron with No Initiative's Dead Skies by Night, where I play the halfling Kiki. And over on Heroes Without Limits, I am a co-producer there, and I am also a GM of Tales from Thra, which is a Dark Crystal themed 5e set of Dark Crystal themed 5e D&D game. We play on alternate Thursdays. Our next session of that will be next Thursday, the 2nd. I think that's all I've got going on for me, aside from CouchCom stuff.
Woo! All right, Abigail.
Hello. So tomorrow night I have a Table Talkies premiering with Russ from Prism Pals. So come hang out with us. Hopefully I'll have edited out our little technical difficulties by then. There were a few. But besides that, coming up on this Tuesday, we have the Excellence, and we're doing a giveaway of 3 copies of the Excellence and 3 sets of dice from Tabletop Loot. So come hang out and enter the giveaway on our Twitter. And coming up next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, is CouchCon, which is a 2-day virtual convention. So we're going to have some panels, we're going to have workshops, live shows, and we're working with 3 other channels, Heroes Without Limits, Wandering DM, and Total Party Chill, to bring that to you. So keep an eye out for schedules, which should be coming out this weekend. And there will be a virtual vendor hall, so make sure to check that out. There's a lot of exclusive deals that are going to be going on for that weekend only, and all money that is raised through donations, subs, and bits will go to Doctors Without Borders.
Yes, and
Sorry, I was gonna say, I think we're still accepting vendor hall applications till
Yes,
the
we are.
28th.
yes,
We are accepting them until the 28th.
and the deals are awesome. I was talking to someone earlier. I think the best one I've seen is 90% discount Like, the deals are really good. If you don't come for the events, come for the vendor hall, because like
It's
gonna be great. And also you get to help out all of these creators who are kind of hurting because of all these canceled cons from COVID-19. Thanks, COVID. Anyway, finally, I am Alex. You probably know me as Mr. Puddins. That's where I'm at on Twitter. If I've been screaming about Doom Eternal a lot lately. I just finished the game over the weekend. I know it just came out. I'm kind of a loser. It was a lot of fun. Maybe that's why I've got this whole hell thing going on. Anyway,
It's your fault.
Anyway, join. Well, I'll be on the. Just so you know, tomorrow's Tales of Minery Village is canceled. If you were looking forward to the Blue Rose game, I'm sorry. There's just things going on. So keep your eyes open. Hopefully, we'll be back with that. I will be here for Elsewhere on the 7th. Yes, the 7th. I play Gabriel Moonshadow. He's kind of a grump, kind of a dick, and likes to rip Fae things apart, rip and tear, baby. I'm also Nagora's Bells. I play Beans Boy Kangjax, who just learned how to kind of read Common. It's great. And then join us again for the next SteamSpell on the 8th of April, episode 27, which is yet to be titled, as we get closer to slaying Dr. Branson, because fuck that guy. He's had it coming. Dr. Fuckface.
Yeah. The worst.
In my notes, it says Dr. Branson equals shitbird still. I have
Yeah.
not erased that.
He's kind of been the major antagonist for most of the, well, outside of the Crew Kazel and the Void arc. Like, Branson's been
the worst.
It's the worst. So once we're reaching the culmination of a major arc here, folks. You don't want to miss it. And your good buddy Corpus might show up again. So spoilers. Anyway,
Difficult.
if you like what you see here, consider following on Twitter. Join us on Discord, and we have a sponsor, and their name is Tabletop Loot. And if you type in Shield Mom, all one word, all lowercase, at checkout, you can get 50% off your dice, which is pretty cool because dice. And next week will also mark our CouchCon pregame, where we're going to be doing all our bits and subs, and all the donations and stuff are going to be going to Doctors Without Borders. We're doing it all week because we love charity events. And on Friday the 3rd, starting at 9 p.m. EST, I will be running, and you might see some familiar faces in there from the channel. I will be running a one-shot Swashbuckling Pirates Curse of Booty Island. Watch as the crew has to try and evade the illustrious Grand Bombardier Humphrey Throckwaddle Heffenpfeffer as they search for the treasures of Booty Island. Anyway, let's do a raid. I see Dice Priorities live, so we'll go raid them. And to everyone, again, thank you for coming by. It's been great spending a beach day with you. We love you. You're the best. Goodie.
Bye.